dignitaries from various organizations and friends. Very good morning to one and all. So, before going to give welcome address, I like to say a few words about this great agriculture college and research institute. This is the second largest college next to Coimbatore, where 1,000 students are studying BS agriculture, MS agriculture and PhD courses. This college was started during 1965 and celebrated Golden Jubilee in 2015, and now it is a 55 years old college. The main objective of this college is to offer teaching, research, extension and agri-business. This college is offering MSc in 10 departments and PhD in 6 departments. This college has produced more number of more than 75 IAS, IPS, IRS and TNPC group 1 services, and they are working across India. So recently the new classrooms, examination halls and ICT blocks were constructed under NABARD project for the development of students' research and education purpose. So on behalf of AC under Madurai, TNAU, I thank Honorable Chairman NABARD for providing fund for establishment of infrastructure facilities. So as on date, 19 crop varieties and many promising technologies in the field of agriculture and horticulture were released from this college for the benefit of farmers in the southern zone of Tamil Nadu. The total area of this college is 380 acres, out of which 198 acres is under cultivation. So ACL Madurai is another important seed production center, and every year we used to produce about 150 tons of different paddy varieties to cater the needs of farmers of southern zone of Tamil Nadu. And also our college has got a seed production center award during 2013. So our college has famous is a Sittangulam tank with an area of 16 acres. During the monsoon season, excess water can be harvested and stored for irrigation and also used for rearing of fish culture. Last year, we got an income of 4.3 lakhs by sale of fish alone. So there is a separate KVK in this campus for the benefit of farmers regarding transfer of technologies and also to solve the field problems faced by the farmers. Now, we have one more important component that is called NABARD Madurai Agri Business Incubation Forum to promote agripreneurship among the farmers and students of southern zone of Tamil Nadu. And also I am very happy to inform that the college received best college awards of during the year 2006, 2010 and 2017. That means this is about our college. This is agribusiness is one of the important component in Indian agriculture, which promote farmers and farm graduates to bring more number of agri-related agribusiness. So MAFIP, which was started during 2018 with a budget of 12.3 crores under NABARD project. So within a short period, Mr. Sivakumar, CEO of MAFIP and his team has achieved a lot. So as per the schedule, the construction of administration building should be completed before the end of April 2020, but due to COVID, the period was extended, and now it is opened by Chairman NABARD in the presence of our beloved Vice Chancellor and others. So on behalf of AC and TNA Madurai, I extend my warm welcome to Honorable Chairman NABARD for the administration building inauguration function. And also I extend my warm welcome to our Honorable Vice Chancellor TNA Coimbatore for this inaugural function. I also extend my sincere warm welcome to the guest of honors, Sri R. Sundaram, Chartered Accountant, Lead Expert Finance, Sri Sridhar Vembu, CEO Chennai, Sri K.P. Ramasamy, Chairman, KPR Group of Industries, and Sri Selvaraj CGM Nabad, Chennai. Further, it is my pleasure to extend warm welcome to the Director of Agri Business, TNA Coimbatore, Mr. Sivakumar, and our Director of Research, Dr. K.S. Subramanian, TNA Coimbatore, Dean, CSNRA Madurai, Dr. Amuda, and the staff members of ACNRA Madurai and the CSNRA Madurai. And also I like to extend my warm welcome to Dr. Harikrishnan, DDM, NABARD, and other dignitaries from various organizations for this great occasion. Once again, I will welcome you all with great pleasure to this function. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's a welcome address which covered the entire audience. Now, I request, it's a felicitation of the dignitaries. Now, I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor to felicitate our Honorable Chairman NABARD with shawl and memento. I request Director Agribusiness Development, Dr. Sivakumar sir, to felicitate Sundaram sir, or Sundaram sir, lead expert finance and I request our CGM sir to honor Sri Sridhar Vembu sir, CEO Zoho Corporations. CEO Zoho, CGM sir, to honor his CGM sir is honoring Dr. K.P. Ramasamy sir, Chairman KPR Group of Industries. I request Vice Chancellor sir to honor Sridhar Vembu sir. This felicitation is part of MABIF and TNAU, and NABARD want to felicitate our Vice Chancellor sir. CGM sir will felicitate our NABARD Vice Chancellor sir. I request CGM sir to felicitate Dr. K.P. Ramasamy sir. I request CGM sir to felicitate Sridhar Vembu sir on behalf of NABARD. I request CGM sir to felicitate Sundaram sir. I request our previous author felicitate Dr. FP Kumar sir. I request our previous author felicitate our dean sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. The felicitation and then of our dignitaries has been done, and then today is a special day for us. And then to start the speech, I request our Chief General Manager, Sri Selvaraj sir, who is alumni of this campus, to deliver his special address. Please welcome, sir.
Respected and Honorable Dr. G.R. Chintala, Chairman of NABARD, Dr. N. Kumar, Vice Chancellor, Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, Sri R. Sundaram, Lead Expert, CA, Dr. K.P. Ramaswamy, Chairman, KPR Group of Industries, Sri Sridhar Vembu, CEO, Zoho, Sri Paul Pandi, Dean, Agriculture College, Sri Surya Kumar, Director ABD, Coimbatore, the Directors of Research, Extension, Home Science, and various professors and PG students and various press people who are gathered here. First of all, I feel proud to be here because I have come over here nearly after 40 years, 4 decades. In fact, I am a product of this college. I visited this institution before 40 years, I should say in 1979, and I am back here.
Forestry Capital, and even NABARD itself has got a separate subsidiary for NABARD Ventures. Like that, we have been supporting. But for supporting other institutions along with the institutions like TNAU, it's a new concept, it is an incubation product for us, and we supported it. And today, I am very happy that our NABIF, Madurai Agriculture Business Forum, which is leading and telling the entire nation how an incubation forum should function. And it really brings about a proud moment for all of us, and we have to continue. And we have been supporting this MABIT like centers in 5 centers all over India, in institutions like ICAR, Hyderabad, Gwalior, and other places, IIT, Kharagpur, like that we have been supporting and incubating. All these things are being supported by NABARD. I think today's presence of our chairman and TNAU will tell us how we will go about and how we will take this to the higher levels for the benefit of the farmers, and we will be able to achieve what our farmers want in terms of production, productivity, efficiency, taking the technology to the higher level and to reach the benefits, doubling of the income, etc., etc. And again, I take this opportunity to welcome all of the dignitaries on the dais and all of you for this function. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We take away your suggestions of technology in terms of production, productivity, and increasing efficiency through startups in our agricultural system in the country. Next is speech by our guest of honor. A little bit brief about him. He's a lead expert in finance and in a chartered accountant. He has a various very wide knowledge in current economic policies and affairs, and he has represented many negotiations which has resulted in policies, and he advocates self-reliance of our country. I request our guest of honor, Sri R. Sundaram sir, to deliver this list of honor request.
அனைவருக்கும் இனிய காலை வணக்கம். தமிழ் சுதா கூட எல்லாருமே ஐ திங்க் நான் போனோ தமிழ் respected Vice Chancellor Dr. Kumar, my close friend and Chairman of the Board Dr. Sintala, Sri B.K. Paul Pondy, Chief General Manager of the Board Sri Silvaraj, and the dignitaries on the dais, Dr. K.P. Ramaswamy, Chairman KPR Group, and Managing Director and Founder Zoho Corporation, Sri Sridhar Venku. I think it's a very great honor given to me. I used to travel in this highway. என்னைக்கா ஒரு நாள் உள்ளே போய் பார்க்கக்கூடிய ஒரு வாய்ப்பு இருக்காங்கிறது ஏற்கனவே இருக்குது. பியூட்டிஃபுல் கேம்பஸ், பியூட்டிஃபுல் யூனிவர்சிட்டி. But I think through the grace of Goddess Meenakshi, she brought her as one of the chief guests to the memorable event. So I thank each and every one of you for honoring me and taking me to such a great time. இதற்கு ஒரு விஷயத்தை யாராவது ஒருத்தரோட காரியத்தை அவங்க பண்ணியிருக்காங்க, வேற யாரோ ஒருத்தர் they will take it forward. இந்த காலேஜ் யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் இன்ட்ராக்ட் பண்ணிட்டு சொன்னாங்க, ஸ்ரீமதி சுஷீலா சிந்தா சேர்மனுடைய துணைவியாளர்கள், அவங்க மெட்ராஸில் சீஃப் ஜெனரல் மேனேஜராக இருக்கும்போது இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு இன்குபேஷன் சென்டரை மதுரையில் ஒரு ஆரம்பிக்கணும் பெரிய முயற்சி எடுத்து அதுக்கான ஃபவுண்டேஷன் ஸ்டோன்லாம் போட்டு அதுக்கு இன்னும் நம்ம இனாக்ரேட் பண்ணுறோம் அப்படின்னா அதற்கு அவங்க அடித்தளம் போட்டது ஸ்ரீமதி சுஷீலா சிந்தா. அவங்க இங்கே இல்லைன்னா கூட அவங்க அனைவர் சார்பாகவும் நான் என்னுடைய மருந்த பாராட்டுகளையும் வணக்கத்தையும் I request Dr. Sindala to kindly take this message and share it with your wife. நான் இங்கே 2-3 கிலோமீட்டர்ஸ் இருக்கேன். பட் இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு சிறப்பான ஒரு 175 பேர் வச்சு இன்குபேட் பண்ணக்கூடிய ஒரு சென்டர் இருக்குது. எனக்கு கொஞ்சம் கற்பனையே பண்ணி பார்க்க முடியல. திஸ் வெரி வெரி கிரேட் டே. அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் தான் அடுத்த 10 இயர்ஸுக்கு இந்தியன் எக்கானமியே ட்ரைவ் பண்ணும். ஸோ இந்த விஷயத்தை சொன்னதுக்கப்புறம் இங்கே உட்காந்து 2 பேர் பல பேர் தியரிட்டிஷனாக இருப்பாங்க. நம்ம டாக்டர் சிந்தாலா, ராமசுவாமி அண்ட் ஸ்ரீதர் வேகுலாம் சாதித்து காட்டியவர். நம்ம கேபி ராமசாமி சார் ஒரு கல்லூரி வச்சிருக்கார் கோயம்புத்தூரில். அவர் என்ன மாடல் ஃபாலோ பண்ணுறாருன்னா, கிராமத்துலேருந்து குழந்தைங்களை போயிட்டு வருவார். அவங்களுக்கு 7லேருந்து 4 வரைக்கும் அவங்க ஃபேக்ட்ரியில் வேலை செய்வாங்க. நல்லா பைசான ஒரு மாதிரி டபுள் ரூம் அக்காமடேஷன் வேலை செஞ்சுட்டு சாயந்தரம் 6லேருந்து 10 மணி வரைக்கும் அவங்க ஈவினிங் காலேஜில் அவங்க கல்வி கல்வி கொடுப்பாங்க. இந்த மாதிரி கிட்டத்தட்ட இதுவரைக்கும் 24,600 கிராஜுவேட்ஸ் அவர் அவரை சொல்லிட்டு போகிறதா தான் என்னுடைய டைம் முடிஞ்சு போன அவரை இப்போது விட்டு நீங்கள் கொஞ்சம் விஷயங்கள் தெரிஞ்சு அவரை பற்றி தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்கு நீங்கள் முயற்சி பண்ணுங்கள். அவர் பக்கத்தில் ஸ்ரீதர் வேம்பு இருக்காரு, ஒரு இன்டர்நேஷ்னலி ரெப்யூட்டட் இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் டெக்னாலஜி ஆன ஒரு பேரை சொல்லி கல்வியால் சொன்னால் அவர் பேர் நல்லா தெரியும். இப்போதான் நம்ம தமிழ்நாடு கொஞ்சமாக நான் அவரை தெரிஞ்சுக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்கோம். அவர் யூனிக்காக ஒரு காரியம் பண்ணிட்டார். இந்த கொரோனா டைமில் அவருக்கு வேலை பார்க்கக்கூடிய இன்ஜினியர்ஸ் அத்தனை பேரையும் அவங்க கிராமத்துக்கு போக சொல்லிட்டார். ஏன்னா அதெல்லாம் ஒர்க் ஃப்ரம் ஹோம், அவங்க அங்கேருந்தே அவங்க ஃபேக்ட்ரி வேலையை பார்க்கலாம். 5 நாள் அந்த மாதிரி வேலை செய்யலாம், திங்கட்கிழமையிலேருந்து ஃப்ரைடே வரைக்கும். 6வது 7வது நாள் அந்த கிராமத்தோட முன்னேற்றத்துக்காக அவங்க பாடுபடணும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு குறிப்போடு அமைச்சிருக்காங்க. நாங்கள் என்ன சொல்லுவோம், எப்போ ஒரு அட்வைஸ் பண்ணிட்டு நிறுத்திடுவோம். அவர் தென்காசியில் இருக்கக்கூடிய தெற்கு கிராமத்துக்கு அவரை மாற்றிட்டார். இப்போ அவரும் அதே சிஸ்டம் தான் இருக்கும். 5 பேர் என்ன கண்டிஷனோ அவரும் அதே கண்டிஷன் தான். அவர் 5 நாள் ஃபேக்ட்ரி ஒர்க்க போடுவார். 6-7 நாட்களில் அவர் கிராமத்துக்காக முயற்சி பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காரு. நீங்கள் அவரை சனிக்கிழமை காலையில் அவருக்கு ஃபோன் பண்ணிங்கன்னா நிறைய குழந்தைங்களோட சவுண்டு கேட்க குழந்தை கற்றுக்கிட்டு இருக்கோம், மயில் கற்றுக்கிட்டு என்ன ஸ்ரீதர் சார் என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்கன்னு கேட்டால் நான் கிராமத்தில் இருக்கக்கூடிய குழந்தைங்களாம் ஃபோனில் வச்சு அவங்களுக்கு 2 நாள் என் கூட தங்கியிருப்பாங்க. காலை உணவு, மதிய உணவு சொன்னார், அதை சொல்லி நான் முடிச்சிடுறேன். அவருக்கு ஒரு ஆழ்ந்த நம்பிக்கை என்னன்னா, இந்தியாவில் எல்லாருமே புத்திசாலிகளாகத்தான் பிறந்திருக்கிறார்கள் அப்படிங்கிறதுல அவருக்கு ரொம்ப ஆழ்ந்த நம்பிக்கை உண்டு. அவர்கிட்ட வந்து ஒரு பொண்ணு, அவங்க 3 மாசத்துக்கு முன்னாடி அந்த பொண்ணு கம்ப்யூட்டரை பார்த்ததே இல்லை. அந்த பொண்ணு ஒரு 14 வயசு பொண்ணுக்கு அவர் கம்ப்யூட்டர் ட்ரைனிங் கொடுக்குறாரு. 4வது மாதம் அந்த பொண்ணு வந்து, சார் எனக்கு கம்ப்யூட்டர் ப்ரோக்ராமிங் சொல்லி கொடுங்க அப்படின்னு கேட்குது. அந்த பொண்ணு 14 வயசு பொண்ணு, கிராமத்து பொண்ணு, கம்ப்யூட்டரை பார்த்ததே இல்லை. 3 மாதம் ட்ரைனிங்க்கு அப்புறம் அந்த பொண்ணு வந்து ப்ரோக்ராம் பண்ணக்கூடிய அளவு தயாராகிருக்கு. அப்படின்னா இந்தியாவில் இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த ரூரல் டேலண்ட்டை நீங்கள் பாருங்கள். அந்த மாதிரி விஷயங்கள் அவர் நம்ம கேபிஆர் சார், அவங்க நம்ம ஸ்ரீதர் வேம்புவோட முயற்சி வந்து முழுமையாக வெற்றி அடையும் போது இந்தியா தான் உலகத்திலேயே மிகச்சிறந்த வளமான ஒரு பொருளாதார நாடாக இருக்கும். அது மாதிரி அவங்கள பார்த்து நம்ம இன்ஸ்பயர் ஆகணும் அப்படிங்கிறது இவங்க 2 பேரும் நம்ம கண் முன்னாடி இருக்கக்கூடிய எக்ஸாம்பிள். வெறும் தியரி இல்லை. அதனால் இன்றைக்கி உள்ளபடியே இந்த மதுரை மீனாட்சியோட அருள்னால ஒரு இட்ஸ் எ வெரி வெரி கிரேட் டே. வித் திஸ் ஐ தேங்க் எவ்ரி ஒன் ஆஃப் யூ ஃபார் கிவிங் மீ திஸ் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி. இந்த இன்குபேஷன் சென்டர் வந்து 175 பேர் இல்லாமல் 1,75,000 பேராக மாறி மிகப்பெரிய ஒரு இன்குபேஷன் சென்டராக மாறணும், இந்தியாவிலே தலை சிறந்த ஒரு இடமா உருவாகணும்னு அன்னை மீனாட்சியை பிரார்த்தித்து நன்றியோடு விடைபெறுகிறேன். மேடம்.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the blessings, and thanks for giving an introduction about all our dignitaries. And we will take home the message that the next decade will be ruled by agriculture. Next guest of honor address is by Dr. K.P. Ramasamy sir. A few words about him. He is a founder, mentor and chairman of KPR group of industries, and it is one of the India's largest conglomerate which is successfully catering to the stakeholders across the globe. Apart from being a successful entrepreneur, he has been a genuine contributor to the society. During the COVID, the 6 months, he has given salaries and accommodated 24,000 employees in his group of companies, and he has been supported many of the very strongly. With this small brief, I request Dr. K.P. Ramasamy sir to deliver his guest of honor address.
Our chief guest, NABARD chairman G.R. Sindala, Agricultural University V.C.N. Kumar, சிறப்பு விருந்தினர் ஆர் சுந்தரம் சிஏ, திரு ஸ்ரீதர் வேம்பு சிஇஓ ஜோகோ, எஸ் செல்வராஜ் சிஜிஎம் மற்றும் இங்கு வந்திருக்கும் அனைவருக்கும், விவசாய பெருமக்கள், பொதுமக்கள் அனைவருக்கும் எனது காலை வணக்கத்தை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். இந்த இன்குபேஷன் சென்டர் அப்படிங்கிறது வெரி வெரி இம்பார்ட்டண்ட். உங்களுக்கு ஒரு சிலதெல்லாம் நான் சொல்கிறேன். என்னன்னு கேட்டால், இப்போ தான் நம்ம இவர்கிட்ட பேசிகிட்டு இருந்தேன், நம்ம வைஸ் சான்சலர்கிட்ட. கரும்பு விவசாயம்னு ஒன்று இருக்குது. பருத்தி, கரும்பு முக்கியமான விளைபொருள்கள் அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து கரும்பு, பருத்தி, தால். இதெல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு காலத்தில் ஒன்ஸ் அப்பான டைம் எங்கே இந்த இதில் யூபியில் சுகர் மில் நிறைய இருக்குது. தண்ணி பிரச்சனையே கிடையாது. நமக்கெல்லாம் இங்கே தண்ணி பிரச்சனை இருக்குது. ஏதோ ஒரு டேம் க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிட்டாங்கன்னா நம்ம ஒன்றும் பண்ண முடியாது. முல்லை பெரியார் டேம் தண்ணி வரலன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, நமக்கு பிரச்சனை. அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கக்கூடிய இடத்துல அங்கே வந்து தண்ணி பிரச்சனையே இல்லை. ஆனால் கரும்பு போட்டால் என்ன ஆகுது அப்படின்னு கேட்டிங்கன்னா 8% தான் ரெக்கவரியே வருது கரும்பில். இப்போ வந்து புது ஐடென்டிஃபிகேஷன் நம்ம கோயம்புத்தூர் அக்ரிகல்ச்சரல் காலேஜில் கண்டுபிடிச்சதில் 12% இப்போ ரெக்கவரி வருது. ஸோ சுகர் மில்ஸ் எல்லாம் மேலே வந்துட்டு. காட்டன் அதே மாதிரி குஜராத்தில் காட்டன் எக்கச்சக்கமாக வருது. கர்நாடகா, மகாராஷ்டிரா எல்லாம் வருது. நம்ம ஊரில் கொஞ்சம் சிரமம். நான் வந்து பேசிக்கலாக ஃபண்டமெண்டல் ஐஎம்என் அக்ரிகல்ச்சரல் காய். எங்கள் அப்பா அம்மா எல்லாம் விவசாயம். நானும் விவசாயம் பண்ணேன். முதல்ல விவசாயம் பண்ணிவிட்டு தண்ணி இல்லை, விவசாயம் பண்ணுறோம், தண்ணி இல்லாத போனால் இன்னும் பாதியில் காஞ்சி போயிடுது. நான் என்னுடைய ரெக்வஸ்ட் என்னென்னா, இப்போ வருங்காலம் வந்து அக்ரிகல்ச்சரில் நிறைய டெவலப் ஆகிட்டு இருக்குது. ஒன்ஸ் அப்பான டைம் தண்ணி அப்படியே நிறைய விட்டு கட்டுவாங்க. சம்டைம்ஸ் தண்ணி இல்லாமல் போயிடும். இப்போல்லாம் சேவிங் பண்ணி தண்ணியெல்லாம் வச்சு கட்டும்போது இந்த மாடர்ன் டெக்னாலஜி இப்போ இன்குபேஷன் சென்டருங்கிறது அதுக்காகத்தான் நம்ம ஓப்பன் பண்ண போகிறோம். ஸோ இது மாதிரிலாம் பார்க்கும்போது ரொம்ப அருமையாக விவசாயம் பண்ண முடியும். அதை விட என்னென்னு கேட்டிங்கன்னா இன்றைக்கி வந்து ஃபார்மர்ஸ் விவசாயிகள் அப்படிங்கிறவங்க ரொம்ப ஹார்ட் ஒர்க் பண்ணால் தான் முடியும். ஏன்னா நான் வந்து அந்த பேசிக்லேருந்து வந்தவன் தான். தங்களுக்கு இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு குழந்தை இல்லைன்னா 2 குழந்தைய ஏதோ ஒன்று கஷ்டப்பட்டு படிக்க வச்சு அவங்கள வந்து நம்ம ஜோகோ சார் இருக்கார், இன்ஃபோசிஸ் இருக்குது, விப்ரோ இருக்குது, டிசிஎஸ் இருக்குது, அதில் கொண்டு போய் விட்டுட்டா அவங்க லைஃப் முடிஞ்சது அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி நினைக்கிறாங்க. அப்படி இல்லை. ஃபியூச்சர் இஸ் கோயிங் டு பி அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் தான். அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் அதாவது அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் இல்லாமல் ஒன்றுமே நடக்காது. நமக்கு சாப்பாட்டுக்கு இருந்தால் தானே எல்லாமே பண்ண முடியும். ஸோ அதனால் என்னுடைய ரெக்வஸ்ட் என்ன அப்படின்னு கேட்டிங்கன்னா, விவசாயம் பண்ணணும், சைமல்டேனியஸாக ஒரு சைடு தொழிலும் வச்சுக்கோங்க. ஏன்னா தனியாக விவசாயத்தை மட்டும் பார்த்தோம்னா கண்டிப்பாக நமக்கு ஒர்க் அவுட் ஆகாது. சைட் பிஸ்னஸ் வரும்போது இதில் வரக்கூடிய இன்கம் எடுத்து அதுக்கு போடலாம், அதில் வரக்கூடியது அது பிரச்சனையாச்சுன்னா அதை தூக்கி இதுக்கு போடலாம். இப்படி பண்ணும்போது ரொம்ப நல்லா டெவலப் ஆகிக்கலாம். ஃப்யூச்சரில் என்ன ஆகுது, இன்னைக்கு வந்து ஒரு காலத்தில் வந்து 30 கோடி முகமுடையாள்னு சொன்னாங்க. இன்னைக்கு வந்து 130 கோடி முகம் ஆகிப்போச்சு. இடம் எங்கே இருக்குது பாருங்கள், இடமே கிடையாது. இன்னைக்கு லேண்ட் ப்ரைஸ் எங்கேயோ போயிட்டு இருக்குது. ஒரு காலத்தில் ஒரு 50 வருஷத்துக்கு முந்தைய 40 வருஷத்துக்கு முந்தைய எல்லாம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு 10,000 ரூபாய்க்கு விற்ற ஒரு இடம் இன்னைக்கு வந்து 10 லட்சம் ரூபாய், 10 லட்சம் இல்லை 1 கோடி ரூபாய்க்கு விற்கிது. அதனால் லேண்டை எல்லாம் யாரும் விற்க வேண்டாங்க, டெவலப் பண்ணுங்க. நபார்டு வந்து சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுறாங்க, எல்லாரும் சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுவாங்க. நீங்கள் டெவலப் ஆகணும். இது கண்டிப்பாக இந்த விவசாயத்தை வந்து இன்னும் இதுக்கு மேலே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா படித்தவர்கள் வர வேண்டும். விவசாயத்துக்கு படித்தவர்கள் வர வேண்டும். மொத்தமாக கூடையாக அள்ளி கொட்டுறதை விட கொஞ்சம் டெக்னாலஜி யூஸ் பண்ணி பண்ணும்போது என்ன ஆகுது, விவசாயத்தில் வந்து மகசூல் அதிகம் கிடைக்கும். அதை பண்ணும்போது தான் நம்ம வந்து விவசாயினோட வாழ்க்கை தரம் மேலே வரும். அதுக்கு தான் இப்போ நம்ம வந்து இந்த இன்குபேஷன் சென்டர்லாம் சப்போர்ட்டிவாக இருக்குது. கண்டிப்பாக இந்த இன்குபேஷன் சென்டரில் சுந்தரம் சார் சொன்னார் 175 பேர் வந்து 1,75,000 பேர் ஆகணும்னு சொன்னார். கண்டிப்பாக ஆகணும். இப்போ இதுக்கு மேலே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அதாவது இவர் சுந்தரம் சொன்னார், நம்ம ஜோகா சார் வந்து இந்தியாவில் பிறந்த யாருக்குமே அறிவு இல்லாமல் போகல, எக்கச்சக்கமான அறிவு இருக்குது அப்படின்னு. ஒரு உதாரணத்துக்கு சொல்கிறேன் பாருங்க. எங்கள் மில்லில் வேலை செய்யக்கூடிய ஒரு பொண்ணு 573 மார்க் அவுட் ஆஃப் 600 வாங்கியிருக்கு. 3 பேருங்க. ஒரு பொண்ணு ஃப்ரம் மதுரை, இன்னொன்று திருநெல்வேலி, இன்னொன்று வெள்ளூர்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஸோ இந்த 3 பேர் 573, 570, 567 இந்த மாதிரி வாங்கியிருக்காங்க. அந்த பொண்ணுகளை கூப்பிட்டு என்னம்மா படிக்கிறீங்கன்னு கேட்டேன். அதுக்கு அவங்க சொன்னது, எனக்கு பிகாம் படிக்கணுங்க, பிகாம் சிஏ படிக்கணும் சார். சிஏ சார் உட்காந்துருக்கு படிக்க வைக்கிறாங்க. டோட்டலாக அவங்களுக்கு வந்து ஹாஸ்டலில் ஃப்ரீ, எஜுகேஷன் ஃப்ரீ, ட்ரெஸ்ஸு இது எல்லாமே கொடுத்து அவங்களை படிக்க வைக்கிறாங்க. நமக்கு என்ஜினியரிங் காலேஜ் இருக்குது, ஆர்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் சயின்ஸ் இருக்குது. எவ்ரி இயர் 50 பேர்த்துக்கு ஃப்ரீ சீட் கொடுக்கணும்னு சொல்லி இந்த வருஷம் தான் நம்மளது ஆர்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் சயின்ஸ் வந்திருக்கு. எவ்ரி இயர் 50 பேர்த்துக்கு கொடுக்கணும்னு சொல்லியிருக்கேன். கண்டிப்பாக கொடுப்போம். அதை படிக்க வைக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறது தான். கண்டிப்பாக அதை பண்ண முடியும். அதே மாதிரி ஐஏஎஸ் அகாடமி பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். அதில் இந்த வருஷம் 24 பேர் ஐஏஎஸ்ல பாஸ் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. இதெல்லாம் எதுக்கு சொல்றேன்னா, எல்லாத்துக்கும் எல்லாமே இருக்குது. அறிவு வந்து வசதி இல்லாதவங்ககிட்ட இன்னும் அதிகமாக இருக்கு. அதனால எனக்கு வந்து படிக்க முடியாது அப்படின்னு யாரும் நினைக்க வேண்டியதில்லை. நம்ம குழந்தைகளெல்லாம் நல்லா படிக்க வைக்கணும், நல்லா மேலே கொண்டு வரணும். வேலைக்கு போகலாம், வேலைக்கு போகாதவங்க வந்து விவசாயம் பார்க்கலாம், விவசாயத்தை டெவலப் பண்ணலாம். கண்டிப்பாக நாடு முன்னேறும் அப்படிங்கிறது என்னுடைய கருத்து. கண்டிப்பாக அதை பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கிறது என்னுடைய வாழ்த்துக்கள். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
Thank you, sir. Sir has highlighted the importance of DNA research, which has benefited the farmers in the state, and as well as he has noted that as per the even in the doubling farmers of income report, it says that 180 days the farmers are engaged and 180 days the farmers are not engaged. That 180 days has to be routed to other works to get the more incomes. Sir has pointed out that, and then he has given a vision for us to take it further. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful speech. A brief intro about our next guest of honor. His vision is to take Silicon Valley to village. A Princeton PhD and who quits a lucrative job in Qualcomm, started his own venture, survived the dot-com bubble, established Adventernet, and then reincarnated Zoho Corporation to reflect the transmission of AdventNet from transmission servicing equipment company to an online business empire. And he did all these things without having a single funding from outside agencies. And now his products are in 140 countries, serving billions of customers. With this small brief intro, I request the barefoot billionaire to address the gathering.
So first of all, I want to thank all the dignitaries assembled, and thank you for the kind words, and I want to welcome Mr. Chintala also. முடிஞ்ச வரைக்கும் தமிழ்லேயே பேசுகிறேன், ஏன்னா எல்லாருக்கும் தமிழ் தெரியும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். நான் ஒரு வருஷம் முன்னாடி அந்த தென்காசி பக்கத்தில் இருக்கிற ஒரு கிராமத்துக்கு மூவ் பண்ணிட்டேன். முழுக்க யூஎஸ்லேருந்து திரும்பி இங்கே ஒரு கிராமத்துக்கு வந்தேன். அது ஆக்சுவலி என்னோடய சொந்த கிராமம் கிடையாது. அது என்னோடய சொந்த கிராமம் கும்பகோணத்துக்கிட்ட இருக்குது. ஆனால் இந்த தென்காசி எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருக்கு, நாங்கள் மூவ் பண்ணிட்டேன். அங்கே ஒரு ஆஃபீஸ் 10 வருஷமாக இருக்குது. அதில் 500 பேர் இருக்காங்க. என்னோட என்ன ஆரம்பத்துலேருந்து ஒரு 10 வருஷமாகவே என்ன இதுன்னா, சோலையே ஒரு 80% 90% டேலண்ட் சென்னையிலேருந்து வரல. சென்னையில் இருக்கிற ஆஃபீஸ்லேயே 90% வெளியூர்லேருந்து வராங்க. தமிழ்நாட்டில் மற்ற மாவட்டங்கள், இல்லை ஆந்திரா, கேரளா, இல்லை யூபி, இந்த மாதிரி கூட இருக்காங்க. ஆனால் முக்கால்வாசி தமிழ்நாடு மற்ற இது. நான் அப்போவே யோசிச்சிருக்கேன், எல்லாரும் சென்னை கூட்டிட்டு எல்லாரையும் அப்புறம் டிராஃபிக், தண்ணி இல்லை அப்படின்னு கம்ப்ளைண்ட் பண்ணுவோம். ஸோ இதுக்கு பதில் என்ன பண்ணலான்னு அதுக்கு தான் தென்காசியில் ஆரம்பித்தோம். ஒரு வருஷம் முன்னாடி நான் என்ன டிசைட் பண்ணிட்டேன், இனிமேல் மெஜாரிட்டி எல்லாமே நம்ம வில்லேஜுக்கே புஷ் பண்ணலாம். சென்னை ஹப்பா வச்சுன்னு மற்றதெல்லாம் சின்னதாக வைக்காமல் முக்கால்வாசி எம்ப்ளாயீஸை இனிமேல் அங்கேயே இருக்கலாம் மாதிரி பண்ணலான்னு தான் அதுக்கு தான் நான் வில்லேஜுக்கு மூவ் பண்ணேன். அப்புறம் இந்த பேண்டமிக் வந்ததுனால, இந்த கொரோனா வந்ததுனால கொஞ்சம் அது இன்னும் ஆக்சிலரேட் ஆச்சு. எல்லாருமே அவங்க ஊருக்கு போக வேண்டிய நிர்பந்தமும் ஆரம்பிச்சு, நானும் என்கரேஜ் பண்ணேன். மார்ச் 5லேருந்தே நம்ம அடாப்டட் இது கவர்மெண்ட் சொல்கிறதுக்கு முன்னாடியே நான் லாக்டவுன் வரும், அதனால அவங்கவுங்க ஊருக்கு போயிடுங்கன்னு சொல்லிட்டேன். பட் டைம் இருக்கும்போது போயிடுங்கன்னு எல்லாரும் போயிட்டாங்க அவங்க ஊருக்கு. குஜராத்லேருந்து இங்கே திருநெல்வேலி வரைக்கும் எல்லாரும் அவங்க ஊருக்கு போயிட்டாங்க. அப்போ எப்போ திரும்பி வருது அப்படிங்கிற கேள்வி வந்தது. இப்போ நான் கேட்டேன், திரும்பி வரணுமா எல்லாரும் சென்னைக்கு? திரும்பி வராமல் அவங்க ஊருக்கு இருந்தால் என்ன அப்படின்னு. அப்படிதான் ஆரம்பிச்சு இப்போ இன்னைக்கு சாயந்தரம் நான் கரூர் பக்கத்தில் ஒரு கிராமத்துக்கு போகிறேன், மோகனூர்னு. அங்கே எங்களோட 9வது வில்லேஜ் ஆஃபீஸ் ஆரம்பிக்கிறதுக்கும். ஓகே, இப்போ எல்லாமே என்ன பண்ணுறோம்னா, அந்த சுற்றி வட்டாரத்தில் ஒரு சர்வே எடுத்தோம், சாஃப்ட்வேர் வச்சு, எங்கள் சாஃப்ட்வேரே வச்சு ஒரு கிளஸ்டர் மாதிரி. அந்த ஊர் பக்கத்தில் எவ்வளோ பேர் இருக்காங்க, ஒரு 20-30 பேர் இருந்தால் ஒரு ஆஃபீஸ் போட்டோம் அங்கே. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி இதில் தான் இப்போ ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்கோம். என்னோட ஓன் ஒரு எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் சொல்கிறேன். எங்கள் ஊரில் இப்போ தான் ஆரம்பிக்கிறோம், இன்னும் அங்கே ஃபெசிலிட்டியே இல்லை. நான் இருக்கிற ஊர் ரொம்ப குக்கிராமம், கடைசி கிராமம் அப்படின்னவங்களே. அதுக்கப்புறம் கிராமம் கிடையாது, வெஸ்டர்ன் காட்ஸ். அழகாக இருக்கும், ஆனால் ஒன்றுமே ரொம்ப இது கிடையாது, பில்டிங் ஒன்றும் இல்லை அங்கே. நான் இப்போ தான் பில்டிங்லாம் கட்டிகிட்டு இருக்கேன் ஆஃபீஸ் வைக்கிறதுக்கு. அதில் என்ன, நான் இந்த குக்கிராமத்தோட நிலைமை நான் என்ன பார்த்ததுன்னா, ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸுக்கெலாம் எக்ஸ்போஷரே கிடையாது. அதாவது கம்ப்யூட்டர், பிசியே இன்னும் பார்த்ததே கிடையாது, பிசி யூஸ் பண்ணது கிடையாது. 11ஆம் கிளாஸ் 12ஆம் கிளாஸுக்கு லேப்டாப் கொடுக்குறாங்க, அது கீழே இருக்கிறவங்களுக்குலாம் தெரியாது. ரெண்டாவது, ஸ்கூலில் எல்லாரும் தமிழ் மீடியம் தானே படிக்கிறாங்க. ஆனால் அவங்களுக்கு நிறைய பேருக்கு 7ஆம் கிளாஸ் படிக்கிறவங்களுக்கு கூட தமிழ் படிக்க தெரியல, அந்த அளவுக்கு இருக்குது. நான் இங்கிலீஷ் மீடியம் சொல்லலை, தமிழ் மீடியத்துலேயே அப்படி இருக்குது நிறைய பேருக்கு. நான் பாய்ஸ்கிட்ட பேசும்போது சொல்லுவது 8ஆம் கிளாஸ் 9ஆம் கிளாஸோடு நிறுத்திக்க போகிறேன், அப்படி தான் நிறைய பேர் நான் பார்த்தேன் இந்த மாதிரி. ஸோ இதுக்கு என்ன பண்ணுறது அப்படின்னு தான் நான் ஒரு ஸ்கூல் உடனே நான் ஒரு இன்ஃபார்மலாக டியூட்டர் பண்ண ஆரம்பித்தேன். வீக்கெண்ட்ஸ்லாம் வாங்க அப்படின்னு. அப்புறம் டெய்லி வரேன், நாங்கள் சண்டேயும் வரேன். அப்புறம் நான் இல்லை, ஒரு நாள் எல்லாருக்கும் லீவ் இருக்கணும், எல்லாருக்கும் ரெஸ்ட் வேணும், சரி ஒரு நாள் வேண்டாம் அப்படின்னு இப்போ 6 நாள் வச்சுட்டு இருக்கோம். அந்த மாதிரி இப்போ இருக்குது சிச்சுவேஷன். என்ன கரிக்குலம் அதெல்லாம் இப்போ தான் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கோம். ஏன்னா ப்ராக்டிக்கலாக வேணும். ஏன்னா எல்லாரும் நிறைய பாய்ஸ் சொல்லிட்டாங்க, நீ எங்களை படின்னு வற்புறுத்தினா நான் வரல அப்படின்னா. அப்படியே ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டாக சொல்லிட்டான், படின்னு வற்புறுத்தாதீங்க, நான் வரமாட்டேன். வேறு ஏதாவது கற்றுக் கொடுங்க. ஸோ ப்ராக்டிக்கலாக தான் ஏதாவது கற்றுக் கொடுக்க வேண்டியிருக்கு இன்றைக்கி அங்கே. நான் என்ன பார்க்குறேன்னா, விவசாயம், தொழில் எல்லாமே ஒன்றா சேர்த்து தான் இன்டகிரேட்டடாக பார்க்கணும். நான் சாஃப்ட்வேரையும் அப்படி தான் பார்க்குறேன். அதாவது சாஃப்ட்வேர் இன்ஜினியர் ஒரு ஊருக்கு போகும்போது நான் என்ன சொல்கிறேன்னா, நீ ஒரு ஐலண்ட் மாதிரி அங்கே போய் உட்காந்துக்காத, அந்த ஊரோட உனக்கு ஒத்து வாழணும், ஊரோட நீ ஒன்றா இருக்கணும். அண்ட் விவசாயமும் கற்றுக்கணும். ஆக்சுவலி இப்போ ஜோவில் ஒரு ஆர்கானிக் ஃபார்மிங் குரூப் தான் ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்கோம். அதில் ஒரு 1200 மெம்பர்ஸ் இருக்காங்க. நான் எல்லாரையும் என்கரேஜ் பண்ணுறது, அவங்க ஊருக்கு போனாலும் இயற்கை விவசாயம் அதெல்லாம் கற்றுக்குங்க, ஆரம்பிங்க. அப்போ தான் உங்களுக்கு நம்மளோட சொசைட்டியோட உண்மையான ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் தெரியும். நம்ம ஒரு ஐசோலேட்டடாக ஒரு ஏசி ரூமில் உட்காந்து ஒர்க் பண்ணுற கல்ச்சர் இருக்கக்கூடாது. சாஃப்ட்வேரில் இருந்தாலும், இன்ஃபேக்ட் சாஃப்ட்வேரில் வேலை செய்யறதுக்கு ஏசி ரூம் தேவையில்லை, எங்கே வேணாலும் செய்யலாம் அது. ஸோ அதனால நான் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி இப்போ அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய பேர் போயிட்டாங்க. இப்போ அவங்க ஊரில் இப்போ ஆரம்பிச்சிட்ருக்கோம். ஸோ அதுதான் இப்போது அந்த எக்ஸ்பெரிமெண்ட் இப்போ தான் ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்கோம். இன்னும் 9வது ஆஃபீஸ் இன்றைக்கி சாயந்தரம் போய் ஓப்பன் பண்ணணும். ஸோ இதோட அண்ட் இது அக்ரிகல்ச்சர், அவர் சொன்ன மாதிரி அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் ரொம்ப முக்கியம் நமக்கு. இல்லைன்னா நம்ம கலாச்சாரம், நாகரிகம் எல்லாமே போயிடும். அதான் எனக்கு நல்லாவே தெரியுது. இந்த ஊரை காப்பாற்றலைன்னா இந்தியாவை காப்பாற்ற முடியாதுன்னு எனக்கு நல்லாவே தெரியுது. இந்த மாதிரி ஊரில் தான் நம்மளோட ஃபியூச்சர் இஸ் ரிட்டன். அதுக்கு இன்னொரு காரணமும் இருக்குது. சென்னைக்கு வர சாஃப்ட்வேர் இன்ஜினியர் யாரும் அவ்வளோ கிட்ஸ் கிடையாது. நீங்கள் ஊருக்கு போனீங்கன்னா தான் நிறைய கிட்ஸ் இருக்குது. அங்கே தான் ஈஸியாக நான் ஒரு 3 நாளில் எனக்கு 50 குழந்தைகள் சேர்ந்துட்டாங்க. 3 நாள். அதுவும் பாதி பேர் தான் வந்திருக்காங்க. இன்னொரு 100 பேர் இருக்காங்க, வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க. பார்த்து இது எங்கேயாவது படிக்க வச்சிருவாங்களோ, ரொம்ப வற்புறுத்திடுவாங்களோ அப்படின்னு பார்த்துட்டு இருக்காங்க. வரதா வேண்டாமா? நான் மாடு மேய்க்கிற பையன் ஒருத்தனை கேட்டேன், நீ ஏன் வரலப்பான்னு. இல்லை நீங்கள் படிக்க வச்சுருங்க, வேண்டாம் எனக்கு அப்படிதான். அப்படி அந்த மாதிரி பார்த்துட்டும் இருக்காங்க இந்த மாதிரி. ஸோ அதனால இது முக்கியமான இங்கே தான் ஒர்க் பண்ணணும். அதுக்கு தான் நான் மூவ் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். எங்கள் இன்ஜினியர்ஸ்லாம் அதை என்கரேஜ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். ஒரு 1000 பேராவது ரொம்ப சீரியஸ் இப்போ தீவிரமாக இருக்கும் அதில் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு. ஸோ அதை சொல்லிட்டு இது வாழ்த்துக்கள்லாம் வேணும். அண்ட் ஐ விஷ் நபார்டு அண்ட் நபார்டுக்கும் நம்ம ப்ரோக்ராம்ஸ்லாம் சப்மிட் பண்ண போகிறோம் அதில். ஸோ தேங்க்யூ, நன்றி.
Thank you, sir. Actually, India lives in villages. And the concept Sir has taken it, and then he has done many other things. They have a Zoho University. Zoho University என்னன்னா, நீங்க 12th படிச்சு முடிச்சிட்டீங்க அப்படினா, after you complete your 12th standard, they will give you 10,000 every month, and then they will train you. At the end of 2 years, they will hire you into Zoho corporations. There are more than, I'm not even wrong, 15 to 20% of Zoho employees are from Zoho University. And he has talked about clusters, creation of clusters by mapping and doing it. We are also doing it, and he is leading in this way. I thank sir for giving a wonderful address, and I request the next speaker is to deliver our presidential address. He is an eminent horticulturist and an administrator with various recognitions from different institutions, including Lifetime Achievement Awards from ICAR institutes, Hariratna Awards, and most notably, the civil servants who prepare for civil servants who has been cleared or who is going to prepare. This one book is Bible for Horticulture, and that book is written by him. Most of the people, when I was preparing, they referred this book, and even I have studied those books. It was immensely helpful for us. With these few words, I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, to deliver the presidential address.
Today's Chief Guest, Dr. Jindala, Honorable Chairman, NABARD, Mumbai. Guest of honors, Mr. Sundaram, Mr. Vembu, Sri Ramaswamy, Dean, ACNRI, Madurai, Dr. Palpandi, Dr. Sivakumar, ABD, Director, TNAU, who is monitoring all the agribusiness activities of this great university. Mr. Salvaraj, NABARD representing RO office, Chennai, my university officers, incubatees, staff of SA Indare and nearby research stations, good morning to all of you. At the outset, I am very proud to stand here and give the presidential address in these twin tied-up functions, namely inaugurating the administrative building of NABARD Madurai Agribusiness Incubation Forum, as well as the stone laying of the industrial shed of NABARD. Immediately after I took over as Vice Chancellor in December I came here and saw the progress of work under NABARD. Then immediately I geared up the progress of work with our engineering wing, and that's the reason why now today we are able to inaugurate this great building, which was constructed at a cost of 158 lakhs. Though the foundation stone was laid out in April 18, it took nearly 1.5 years to get completed, and this is though university has got 7 ABDs, this is the one ABD which is fully supported by NABARD. And this is conceived as a unique way of value chain incubators, which focuses on nurturing innovative early stage enterprises that have growth potential to become competitive agribusiness and startups by serving, adding value, or linking to farmers' organization. If you see its growth in the last 2 years, it has incubated nearly 126 incubators, including 80 farmers producing organizations. NABARD played a strategic role in framing visions and objectives of the incubator, with the 2 CGMs sitting in the board of directors of MAPF, along with the nominee directors from IAMA and DST, and also we have regular quarterly review and other reviews, which has actually driven this MAPF to achieve many things. This MAPF started creating clusters for FPOs and started conceiving programs which mutually benefit FPOs as well as startups and agribusiness enterprises. With the cooperation of ICAR norm, we have organized India's first startup FPO immersion program as a part of Agri Udan, wherein nearly 40 FPOs participated and started up screening across the country their product to FPO. Another achievement we can boast is the MAPF has practically pursued upcoming trends in agriculture and piloting blockchain for organic traceability supported by this NABARD, which is also a first of its kind initiative for the FPO in country. Another one is the linking market linkage. Say nearly 250 lakhs transaction through its incubator startup and buyer-seller meet. All these initiatives leads to because of the existence of this MAPF at Madurai. Apart from this, our own students who are studying in agriculture, they are also motivated to become the entrepreneurs. There is one by name Mr. Maniram and Mr. Hemant Kumar, final year BS agriculture students. They started, they became the members, and because of their participation, they were given Global Student Entrepreneur Award for the year 2019-20. MAPF, with the support of TNA, has developed 50 plus products for entrepreneurs, either through new product development or product fine-tuning and product validation in food and agri portfolio. Because of the existence of the Community Science College and also Food Science Department here, this kind of activity is getting a momentum with the support of NABARD in this campus. Based on the performance of the past 2 years and competitive proposals, MAPF has been awarded 100 lakhs by Ministry of MSME to set up Intellectual Property Facilitation Center as a part of MAPF. Currently, through this facilitating center, NABARD MAPF is in the process of facilitating, registering 62 varieties developed by TNAU, 14 trademarks, and 4 patents and 4 geographical indicators. I hope in the years to get, we will get the results. So these are all some of the achievements as far as MAPF is concerned with the support of NABARD. Say any university, its development is measured in terms of infrastructure as well as the human resources and faculty strength it has got. TNAU is known for better infrastructure development, faculty strength, and also the development of new students forum, etc. Even then, with the announcement of 3 new colleges, our university felt a little bit hard to find budget to meet the end. At that time, NABARD has come forward under the RADF fund, thanks to NABARD, through which we have got nearly 363 crores the last 2 or 3 years, through which our 3 colleges, namely Agriculture College and Research Institute, Ichangote in Tanjavur, Kudumyamalai in Pudukkottai district, and Valavachanur in Thiruvannamalai, they got all facilities including hostels, lecture halls, students' amenities and other things. Not only that, our Forestry and Research Institute College at Metupalayam, which is one of its very unique college offering BSc Forestry program, they got new facelift because of the support from NABARD. And also, this college also got a lot of additional facilities, additional lecture halls and hostel facilities because of the support from NABARD. So, my, as a Vice Chancellor, I profusely thank NABARD. Though the government is giving a proposal to NABARD, NABARD is very liberal in supporting our university. And why I am telling you now is, next year, 2021, our university is stepping into 51st year. That is, we have got a plan to celebrate Golden Jubilee year. We hope this COVID situation will become normal. By June 1st of 2021, our university will step into Golden Jubilee year celebration. At this time, we have got lot of ambitious program. And then you may ask what our university has done in the 50 years. As one of the examples given by Mr. Ramasamy was the new variety developed in sugarcane. Likewise, in the last 50 years, we have made a very good account. In fact, our main book runs into 1,200, 1,300 pages, which I conceived in a small 32 pages for the benefit of the bureaucrats as well as our chairman, and I have already submitted a proposal to our government to seek fund under NABARD. Hope chairman is meeting our chief secretary and finance secretary tomorrow. So we want support for 22 crores for establishment of TNAU Golden Jubilee Building Complex, for which we have already given the proposal. I also take this opportunity to give a copy to our chairman so that it will have more weightage when he meets our chief secretary or finance secretary there. Friends, in the last 2 days, I have been going around this campus. This campus, as pointed out by Dr. Paul Pandi, is one of the prestigious college, second largest college. It has produced many students who are shining in different way of life. And from this year onwards, we wanted to have more undergraduate program here also, for which also we will be utilizing the infrastructure developed under the NABARD. Otherwise, we used to have only 120, 130 students. From this year, we have planned to go for 160, 170, because the demand for agriculture graduates is high, and also most of the people, they want to select only the constituent colleges, though we have some private colleges. So taking advantage of that, we will be sending more students to this campus. Why I'm telling is, this campus, when they study, they will enjoy the fruitfulness of the infrastructure developed by the NABARD. Thank you for the opportunity given.
Thank you, sir. Sir has covered what are the achievements of MABIF, and then followed by the infrastructures which is supported by NABARD in this campus and across TNA and the 3 other colleges. And Sir has briefed about what is the vision for the 50th year of our university. I thank you, sir, for delivering the President's address. Before we go for our Chief Guest address, we have a few announcements and launch of products. The first is like release of book. I request our guest of honor, Sri Sundaram sir, to release the books. It's about MABIF activities, how MABIF has engaged, activated, supported stakeholders, how we have achieved things. All our startup details and other things has been published here. And then I request our colleagues to hand over to all the dignitaries for post for the press for the humorous photographs. Thank you, sir. Thank you for our chief guest of honor for releasing the book. Thank you, sir. The next is, as it is mentioned in the presidential address, we have conceived a project on blockchain, and then that was the first of its kind, and then we haven't implemented anywhere. NABARD, when we proposed to NABARD, they have asked so many questions, so many deliberations, but they have sanctioned the product with the trust that we can do it. We went to many FPOs and then we tried to do our best. We initially had high thoughts, but we fine-tuned it further. And then we finally set to do an FPO who are more than our thoughts. This FPO is located in Erode district, Kalani FPO. They have come. Now I request Satish sir to give a small presentation of what we have done in the blockchain, and followed by a small announcement by our FPOs. Please. He is our incubator. With our support, he has went to Malaysia, and then he has signed an MOU with Indian equivalent Niti Aayog with Malaysia. We have networked through Asian Pacific Center for Technology Transfer under UN ESCAPE, and then he has signed an MOU with the Niti Aayog equivalent in Malaysia. We have networked that.
Thank you so much, Shiva. A very good morning to everyone. Kale Vanakkam. Warm welcome to all the dignitaries here. It's a pleasure being a part of MABIF. We've received tremendous support from Shiva and his team, and of course the team from NABARD. We actually looked at starting not just a theoretical understanding of blockchain, the technology practical implement pannongiradhula romba clear ah irundanga. So we very clearly wanted to show something that in the organic traceability, or organic farmer kitta aarambichi or customer varaikum end to end and the full supply chain blockchain மூலமா trace பண்ணலாம் அப்படிங்கற அந்த project. That's the project that we have actually been able to do. I'll quickly take you through, time இல்லாதனால I'll quickly take you through a few screenshot demo. Yeah. So initially இது சிவா சார் சொன்ன மாதிரி சிம்பிளாக பண்ணணுங்கிறது ரொம்ப முக்கியமாக இருந்தது பிகாஸ் the users are actually the FPOs and the farmers. So it has to be easy for them to use, but at the back end we've used a very complex technology like blockchain because blockchain brings in a lot of scalability, it brings in complete transparency and traceability. That is why we've used this. So if you look at what we've done, we've created a simple system using which the FPOs, so this is the overall idea of the platform. Hope we can go to the previous one. Yeah, so the whole idea here is right from ஒரு farmer detail, ஒரு farmer-உடைய information, அவருடைய ஆதார் டீட்டெயில்ஸ்லேருந்து அவருடைய லேண்ட் ஹோல்டிங்லேருந்து அவங்க சர்டிஃபிகேட்ஸ்லேருந்து எல்லா இன்ஃபர்மேஷனும் ரைட் ஃப்ரம் ஸ்டார்டிங் ஃப்ரம் farm details to seed management to inputs to irrigation to harvest to crop testing till the time it reaches the consumer, all the processes are captured, photographed, and this entire data is actually stored on the blockchain. இதோடைய பெரிய அட்வான்டேஜ் என்னென்னா டேட்டாவை யாராலையும் மாற்ற முடியாது. ஸோ கம்ப்ளீட் ட்ரேசபிலிட்டி. இன்றைக்கி வந்து ஒரு கஸ்டமர் ஒரு கடைக்கு போய் ஒரு ஆர்கானிக் ப்ராடக்ட் ஒரு பையர் வாங்குறாங்கன்னா அந்த ப்ராடக்ட் ஒரிஜினலாகவே ஆர்கானிக்காக அது எப்படி வந்திருக்கு எந்த ஃபார்மர் கிட்டேருந்து வந்திருக்குங்கிறது ட்ரேஸ் பண்ணுறது ரொம்ப முக்கியம். ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் அன் என்டையர் எண்ட் டு எண்ட் சிஸ்டம் தட் இஸ் வாட் வி ஹவ் டிசைன். இதில் மல்டிபிள் ஸ்டேக் ஹோல்டர்ஸ் இருக்காங்க, FPOs இருக்காங்க, MEBIF plays a role, there are people who provide compliance and approval, support and enablement. Tamil Nadu Agriculture University has been a big support for us as knowledge partner. So இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய பேர் இதில் இருக்காங்க. We intend to get more partners in this process. ஓகே, ஸோ இதில் எப்படி பண்ணியிருக்கோம்னா FPOஸ்க்கு வந்து அவங்களுடைய ஃபார்மர் டீட்டெயில்ஸ் என்டர் பண்ணுறதுக்கான ஒரு சிஸ்டம் மாதிரி கொடுத்துருக்கோம். சிம்பிள் சிஸ்டம், easy for them to enter the details. As and when they enter, there is a process by which that information gets approved by validating authorities. இதில் நெக்ஸ்ட் ஸ்டெப் நாங்கள் என்ன பண்ணலான்னு இருக்கோம்னா ஆதார் மாதிரியான ஒரு சிஸ்டமை இன்டெகிரேட் பண்ண போகிறோம். ஸோ ஒரு ஃபார்மருடைய ஆதார் டீட்டெயில்ஸை ஆதார் சிஸ்டமே வெரிஃபை பண்ணி அதை பிளாக் செயினில் ஸ்டோர் பண்ண போகிறோம். அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ப்ராசஸ் அட் எவ்ரி ஸ்டேஜ் இட்ஸ் கெட்டிங் ட்ராக்ட் அண்ட் ட்ரேஸ்ட். இப்போது சிம்பிள் ஒரு டெமோ ஒன்று வச்சுருக்கோம். இப்போ எப்படி இது ஹவு டஸ் தி எண்ட் ப்ராடக்ட் லுக் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு கஸ்டமரோ ஒரு கன்சியூமரோ ஒரு QR கோடு வச்சு அந்த பர்டிகுலர் QR கோடை ஸ்கேன் பண்ணால் ரைட் ஃப்ரம் தட் பர்டிகுலர் ஃபார்மர் ஸ்டார்டிங் டில் வாட் எவர் இஸ் ஹேப்பன் இன் தட் ஜர்னி கேன் கெட் ஆக்சுவலி ட்ராக்ட் அண்ட் ட்ரேஸ். அதுக்கு ஒரு கோபி அந்த டெமோக்கு போயிடலாம். கோபி,
by the time that the demo comes, I request the FPO come and share their experience. Saravanan sir, please. Because they have helped us a lot, sir. Because we found very difficult to get an FPO to understand why we have to get to why we have to go to blockchain.
வணக்கம், அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். நாங்கள் கல்லணை உழவர் உற்பத்தியாளர் நிறுவனம், ஈரோடு கோபிச்செட்டிப்பாளையம் சார். நாங்கள் இதே மாதிரி ஒரு டெக்னாலஜிக்காக தேடிட்டு இருந்தபோது லக்கிலி வி மெட் சிவகுமார். அண்ட் இது ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய ஹானர் எங்களுக்கு. சவுத்துலேயே ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு டெக்னாலஜியை ஒரு ஃபார்மர் ப்ரொடியூசர் கம்பெனி இம்ப்ளிமெண்ட் பண்ணக்கூடிய ஒரு வாய்ப்பு ரொம்ப ரொம்ப ஒரு பெரிய சந்தோஷம் எங்களுக்கு. தேங்க்யூ வெரி மச்.
ஸோ இப்போது சிம்பிளாக ஒரு டெமான்ஸ்ட்ரேஷன் பண்ண போகிறோம். இப்போ இது வரைக்கும் என்ன வாட் எவர் இஸ் ஹேப்பன் இஸ் தட் அ லாட் ஆஃப் ஃபார்மர் டேட்டா from that time. So banana farming, papaya and a few other commodities we've started. Banana has reached some stage. இப்போ it's in the middle of growth stage. So அவங்க என்னெல்லாம் டீட்டெயில்ஸ் என்டர் பண்ணியிருக்காங்களோ அதை ஃபுல் பேக் அண்ட் பிளாக்செயின் வச்சு traceability is something that we can show. So with so first when you click the first screen that you see here, இதில் வந்து அந்த QR code generate பண்ணுற ஒரு screen. இப்போ பனானாக்கு QR code generate, so the QR code generate ஆயிருக்கு. So then we have a scanning app.
I'll take it from here, sir. Thanks a lot. So in the QR code, when we scan this, the basic details, which is captured through the GPS camera, with the latitude, longitude, times, and the date will be captured. And the data is immutable, so that there is no change and that people can't change. And the main important here is supply chain is tough. Supply chain in agriculture is tougher, but supply chain in agriculture along with traceability is the toughest. So we are tackling that through this blockchain. and then we thank NABARD for the support, and then Incubate and then FPO for supporting us. I request our guest of honor Sridhar Vembu sir to launch the blockchain ones. So he just scans it, and then entire details come from that. Actually, the details have come here. We were not able to display in the street. Thank you, sir. Ninga amulku apdi so sir note sollirunga. Okay. Thank you, sir. The next is handing over of KCC to few selected FPOs. I request the Indian Bank officials, lead bank manager, SLBC nominee of our MABIF to come on the stage. Okay, sir. Sorry, sir, I have missed one. Actually, by seeing this implementation and the proposal submitted to Director of DABD, DABD has took an initiative, and for the first time, TNAE through its certification course is going to train 100 students on blockchain. And it is fully funded by TNU, and it is a course developed by TNU, and it will be done by this. It's the first of its kind, and then it is going to be for the Madurai students who is going to from third year to final year. I thank our SD sir and then Vice Chancellor sir for the opportunity, and most importantly NABARD, because they have shown us the way when nobody has known about blockchain and there is no trust. They have given a pilot project to implement it. Thank you, sir. The program will be launched, and from Saturday students will be taking courses, sir. The KCC, please. Sir, I request our guest of honor, Ramasamy sir, to deliver KCC to few FPOs. Usilambatti FPO. Usilambatti FPO. மேல வாங்க 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 வாங்க. Through this program, we are giving 20 lakhs to the FPOs with the support of Indian Bank of Madurai. Next, Chinnamanur FPO. Chinnamanur FPO. Quick. சீக்கிரம் வாங்க, கொஞ்சம் தள்ளி இல்லைங்க. நெக்ஸ்ட் அகமலை. சேம் தாங்க சார். ஓகே, அவ்வளோதான் சார். So one more is there, sir. One more, Ahamalai. There are spices and cardamom producing up in Theni. From 3 districts we are supporting, sir, with support of Indian Bank. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. So I will take another 8 minutes to. We have products of our incubators which has to be launched. Initially we planned in a different way, but I will showcase in the PPT, and the products will be launched. At the end of the PPT, the dignitaries can hold the basket, and then we will consider it as launched. Because due to social distancing, we will be unable to maintain the distance, and it will be difficult for us. The first company is Aurophil. They have licensed the technology from ICAR CFMRI. It's an innovative chitinase-based bio-marine stimulant, and they have developed 9 products which is of plant growth regulators. These 9 products are kept in for launch. Next. Emerald Bio, they are also a biopesticide company and nematicide company. They have developed 6 products that's also be launched today. Next. And PropLife Bio, Trichy-based company, started by former alumni. They are also launching biopesticides. Next. This is the product which has won Global Student Entrepreneurship Award, the current final year student. He's developing compost not from earthworms, from millipedes. So the student is also launching. We are also trying to support in marketing this. Next. This is to promote uniform blossoms. This is one of our incubating. Next. And this is one of the, we are trying to make most sustainable one. This is will enhance livelihoods. 50,000 native herds within the radius of 25 kilometers of Madurai is being taken care of by this group. The A2 milk and then other byproducts we are trying to brand and then we are going to market. Toluvam, to start with, it's an goat manure we are giving to Kerala plantations. Next. The other one is seaweed products, 4. It's a leaf care biotech and seaweed place, gel, drip, foliar and other things. Next. So this is one innovative product from our Kira Kadai. They have dip soup. Instead of tea, they have prepared dip soup. From the normal one, Aswagandha, Vallarai and other traditional one, you just like a tea, if you dip it and then the pores are bigger, it will give you a soup concentrations. These 6 products are there. Vimochana is one of our high-end cold press edible company, which is having jojoba and then other avocado and almond oils. 6 products has been launched in this. And there are 3 companies which is into the health nutrition mix, which is Satyam Bio's 2 ports, next gen 3 products, and then Russia Organic the other one. Next. See. There is another startup called Laughing Agro, which is we have found out through our Jalikuti event. This is an unique mushroom. Normally, this mushroom is available in the hilly area of Himachals, where the caterpillar go or die, and then it will keep its head inside the earth, and that the fungus grow out of it. Cordyceps militaris is that one. This is Cordyceps sinensis. These people he is developing, and then normal one is like 1 kg cost 5 lakhs. Now we are trying to set a price for this one through us. Next. And he's, I feel one of the most successful incubator I feel is this person. He has cleared his BSc Agri, and then he has started his own right after the completion. He started making noodles with mushroom. He powdered it and then he started making mushrooms out of it. So this is another one. Next. And this is one which is anti-diabetic one with jamun juice, which is prepared by one of our incubating. Next. Another one, Avaram, immunity boosters, 5 product launched by one of our company, Fruitons. Next. This is also a student company. They are growing microgreens and then supplying with Way Cool and other companies. Next. Turmeric, which is like the one which we have on tables. It's in natural drops. These are there are 8 products in it. This is also we are kept for our launch. And this is for next is our FPOs, one of the promoted by Seeds. They have tops in the name brand. They are publishing poho and then millet and value-added products. Next. Tangabumi is another FPO which is supported by us. They started selling the sachet-based oil to their stakeholders and other peoples. Next. So other Ahamalai which has given the Kisan credit card, now they started selling in packed one. Now what we are trying to do in FPOs is we want to make sure that our FPOs are farmers in the entire value chain until the customers. So we are trying to make sure the products are launched. Next. Kotambati FPC is launching the Bal Cobra. Next. Other Nalavanta is green grams. Next. Chili is another product from one. So the main idea here is we want to make sure that FPOs comes into business, and this launch will boost them in one way or other. Then Naina Malay is from the groundnut one. Next. Salai Malay is gingery. They're a little bit dense. Pondian Dynasty has 11 products, which is in a different value-added, high value-added processing. Next. And Farmsys, this is an app. These apps will digitize the entire FPO operations. Next. Similarly, Sustain Hill Private Limited is also a startup by women, and then they want to provide a credit score or credit score for FPOs. We are trying, and then we want to promote it. Next. Better Way Company is another one where hydroponics is normally used to increase yield. Here they are trying to increase the root length, especially for medicinal crops, and they want to use of it. So this company is also going to launch today. Next. Thank you, sir. Thanks for the patience hearing. These are the products, around 97 products, including 2 apps, 1 company launch, and then 29 inputs, 37 foods, and 28 products from FPOs has been launched. and then I request our people to showcase them to the dignitaries so that they can launch products. This would be a memorable day for all of our incubators. It is launched by the luminaries of the best persons in the country. Thank you, sir. You can keep it down, sir. We will collect it, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, guest of honor has to address.
நம்ம கூட முருகேசன் இங்கே அமர்ந்திருக்காரு. அவர் காளையார்கள்கிட்ட ஒரு தரிசு நிலம், ஒன்றுமே விளையாத ஒரு நிலத்தில் ஒரு 2000 ஏக்கர் வாங்கி அங்கே 25,000 மேங்கோ ட்ரீஸும் 25,000 தென்னை மரமும் வளர்த்து இன்றைக்கி அவருடைய மேங்கோ அல்ஃபோன்சா மேங்கோ ஃபஸ்ட் கிளாஸ் டேஸ்ட் அது உலகம் முழுக்கப்பட்டு he has cultivated 25,000 mango trees in a very barren and dry land near Madurai. He has planted 25,000 coconut trees. There are 10 huge wells in his land.
He's an architecture in amalgamation of regional rural rights. He's the one who has architected the launch of national rural livelihood missions, and he's the one who introduced producer companies in Anamagam guidelines. Moreover, currently he's driving the Atmanirbhar Bharat will be enabled only through Atmanirbhar. He's enabling the ecosystem in the country, and he's another our chairman, Honorable Chairman, sir. I request to deliver the chief service.
First of all, congratulations to Madam for doing such a wonderful. Whenever we go to a movie, the movie is good. We call it as Vatsavas. So, my coming from Conclave, I have it's a great honor to be here to see the developments that have taken place in this country. மேடாயன் இருக்கும் பெரியவர்கள், மரியாதைக்குரிய தமிழ்நாடு அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் யூனிவர்சிட்டி வைஸ் சான்சலர் திரு என். குமார் அவர்கள், தமிழ்நாடு அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் யூனிவர்சிட்டி மதுரை அக்ரி பிசினஸ் டெவலப்மெண்ட் டைரக்டர் டாக்டர் சிவகுமார் அவர்கள், டீன் மதுரை அக்ரிகல்ச்சர் காலேஜ் அண்ட் ரிசர்ச் இன்ஸ்டிடியூட் டாக்டர் வி.கே. பால் பாண்டியன் அவர்கள், Chairman, Center for Bharatiya Management Development and National Joint Agrarian Organization for Holistic Economic Development, Chartered Accountant, R. Sundaram Avaru. Atmanirbhar invented 25 years back by Sridhar Raghu, who is the CEO of Soha Corporation. Philanthropist, employment generator, industrialist, and a big man in the rural scale. of Chairman of ICAR, CKP, also on my classmate, close friend, and presently heading the Tamil Nadu region office of NABARD, is Salvaraj. And the force behind his successful marriage, Mr. Sukumar, ஆசிரியர்கள், மாணவர்கள், ஊடக நண்பர்கள், இங்க கூடியிருக்கும் உங்களை எல்லாருக்கும் என் காலை வணக்கம். வரலாற்று சிறப்பும் பாரம்பரிய பெருமாயம் கொண்ட மதுரை மாநகரம் இங்கே இன்று உங்களோடு இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியில் கலந்த கல்விகள் நான் மிகவும் பெருமை அடைகிறேன். இன்று துவக்கி வைக்கப்படும் மேபிக் முக்கிய கட்டடம் வரும் காலத்தில் மதுரைக்கு பெருமை சேர்க்கும். இப்போது மிகவும் தேவையான விவசாய வளர்ப்பு, தேவையான சேவை இந்த மையம் அதற்கும் நமது விவசாயிகளின் உற்பத்தி அதிகாரிகள் அதன் மூலம் அவர்கள் வருமானம் அளிப்பார்கள். தற்செயல் விவசாயம், தற்செயல் இந்தியா உப்பு மிகவும் அவசியம். Thank you for listening patiently to my comment. First of all, I am extremely thankful to the who are there on the dais, who invited me for this inauguration of this Madurai Agri Business Innovation Mapping. And also the audience, there are very big audience, Vijay and also Sundaram Sir has introduced, and another great man, Sri Arnavan is also here, and a classmate of mine is also seeking the audience, and also the other people who are the incubators and also the citizens of this house. It's a great occasion for me to be here to inaugurate this building of mine. Mahatma Gandhi firmly believed that self-reliant villages form a sound basis for development. Likewise, NABARD has got a logo and also a catchline. Gaon Bale to Ratio. Villages focus, country focus. It is the tagline for NABARD, and it also strongly resonates Mahatma Gandhi's belief in self-reliance. Being the development bank of the nation, NABARD firmly believes that inclusive growth alone is a synonym for the Atmanirbhar Bharat. Today, 62% of Indian population lives in villages, and 25%, 54% of them are in the working age. So this is a demographic dividend which we are having in the country, and very few countries can post off this kind of dividend which we are enjoying right now, and which we are going to enjoy for the next 25 years. If you look into the statistics, till 2040 we are going to have this kind of a demographic. So now the time has come to see that how India can catch the energies of this field, and how people like us who are maybe the right now the trendsetters in the country's economy can help this kind of a youth to generate wealth to the nation. Again, more than half of the population within the rural areas, there is a need to leverage this demographic dividend to propel India to the next level of economic growth, that is the $5 trillion economy. It is the dream of our Prime Minister, and it is going to be achieved also. May not be 25, it can be 27, it can be 28, but definitely we are going to the $5 trillion. So how do we do that? Well, I come to that in a time. agribusiness incubation and also the agribusiness incubation foundation. Every one of us are aware developments take place with the innovativeness of human beings. So entrepreneurship and technological progress are the quintessential cornerstones of our economy. And India was known as a golden bird till something we have found by this time. Destroyed our cottage industries and agriculture. Afterwards, at one point of time in the 17th century, India and China were having 90% of our world. Because some conquerors, maybe the invaders, or who are standing for a period of have destroyed the very capital of the nation. So, if we have to do that kind of, again, go back to achieve that kind of growth, there should be innovation. And that innovation is the one which drives the growth and the fine kind of innovation and entrepreneurship. They promote the growth in transforming the economy, robustly and rapidly. To attain that such small transformation changes, especially in the context of agriculture and rural development, as a company has subject, there is a need to bridge a huge gap between the research findings and commercialization ideas. The role of business incubator is therefore critical to transform and commercialize the ideas. While we mostly know about incubators and accelerators in the tech world, incubators in the agri space are also gathering space. Right now, at the moment, there are 400 incubators in the country, but the agri incubators is every computer. Realizing this necessity, ICAR had come out with the policy for agribusiness incubation in the year 2017. As on date, we have supported 5 such agribusiness incubation centers, and first among them is the mandate. It's a great honor, which is located in Agri. We at NABARD intend to develop vibrant agribusiness incubation centers that will foster rapid growth and rural development through upward guidance in the emerging agri-business of this country. In the context of Indian agriculture, I strongly believe that unless technology is united with agriculture, the productivity of Indian agriculture will continue to remain low, and the theme of doubling farmers' income and making an Atmanirbhar Kisan will remain a mirage and efficient. This is where the role of the agribusiness incubation centers is very clear. Our expectation is that every will assist that agriculture should convert their ideas into commercially viable models, creating massive employment opportunities within a short period of time. Agribusiness incubation centers have to act as a bridge to benefit farmers through dissemination of technologies by providing indicators between startups and farmers. I had traveled to around 25 countries, and I enjoyed the seminar of when I was in Senegal, the Prime Minister of the country, the Finance Minister, was also there on the dais. And also there was some French people who are the best of governments who were French, so that French ambassadors. So that Prime Minister and the Finance Minister, by accusing the French, see India. India and Senegal, they got independence on the same time. But India progresses so much, and we are still behind. And he asked me, Mr. Chintala, can you explain as to how India has progressed in agriculture to such a degree? I just told, Indian agriculture finally balanced by our policy. Our independence has come. We have created such kind of a network of research institutions, extension agencies, and the financial system. If you go to the entire world, you have to really find such kind of a combination. The research spearheaded by ICAR, the agriculture universities, every state has got. They are the ones propelling this So many of you sitting here may be wondering why I have invited these guests of honor here. I was talking to my friends in Nepal. I need to take this technology to the field while I was starting the technology. So the leaders in their own rights, like Sri Ramsam, Sri Ramu, and Sri Sundaram, who can create such kind of a groundswell in the rural areas. These people should know exactly what is happening in the area. That is why I requested them, please come, address them, and listen and see really what exactly is happening in the entire space. Now today, we are witness to a spectacle. So much of a development has taken place. As Sundaram Sir was telling, me and my wife both work in Nagar, and she was the one who was instrumental behind proposing this entire map. And she was telling, I also would have been there, but I only behind the wife and husband not on the same street. Otherwise, she was the one every day for the past 2 years after coming home, she used to speak about how it's happening, how the things are going to change and take its place. So now, when I saw this come, I said that now we have to take this successfully to the remaining students and also to the remaining students. So now, let me tell you some specific about this. Now, I just stopped in between. The third point is the great part. I told, once the technology is developed, once it is taken to the field, the most important thing is the credit. Many places, credit is not enough. Just to any of the countries in East Asia, credit is given a different kind of a consideration. Not on the scale of finance, not on the unit cost, and not on the eligibility of the farmer. They are looking at different kind of context and they make some products. But today, if you look into this one, when we started agriculture credit, I joined the bank in 85, and that time if I look into the statistics, Nabard's balance sheet size was just 4,000 crores. Today we are close to 5.5 lakh crores, and I am going to be 6.5 lakh crores. Now, at the same time, if you look into the agriculture credit of the time, in 1983, the first time Indian agriculture had lost 185 million tons. Everybody thought that we have reached the peak and beyond this economy. But today, the market cost, we are now at 300 million tons of food grains alone. I am not counting the way the China comes, potato is also counted. We take the potato, take the other crops, we are close to maybe around 600 to 700 million tons, including the vegetables and fruits. And all these things are happening with just 4% of agricultural area, geographic area of the world, and sustaining close to around 130 crores of population. In just 20 years, which is the 5 times the size of this country, and having only 1/5 of the population, they produce a similar kind of thing, but they taste different. But India is one country. We produce whatever is required for our people, whatever is required for our neighbors, whatever is required for the whole world also. Now, when I am looking into it, that today's agricultural value of this entire agri produce in the country is $250 billion. But when we are reaching that $7.45 trillion economy, this agricultural value what is value to it around $750 billion. Now imagine what kind of a shape the agriculture is going to be. So now, when we are looking into that kind of thing, now we require the concept. We got the research, we got the extension, we got the farmers, but the missing link is the connector, and the connector is this apps. The connector is this kind of a startups. The one who look into the research that had happened already, the one who looks into the problems of the farmers and what they want, and he tries to bring a synergy between the two, to a kind of interface, and that is the startup. And that is where our intention is, all these agri-business incubation centers to create such kind of a ecosystem that they should be able to create that kind of interface so that farmers can adopt the technology. So about this NABIF, it was sanctioned in 2007, In the last 3 years since we sanctioned this project, I am happy to note that MAP has made considerable strides. While I place on record the achievements of MAP, I would also like to say a few things on the table for MAP to ponder over, to ensure that it continues to remain effective, relevant, and resilient at its core. At present, the service area of MAP is confined to a radius of 75 kilometers. Again, I am doing another dramas. It is confined to just 75 kilometers radius. MAP considers spreading schemes far and wide and invite the best talent for incubation so that the benefit of this is level to a larger level. So this is my wish. I also understand that in a few transactions, the farmer community are going to be market clusters, realize the higher prices when compared to the price realization of the open market. Higher realization for the farmer has always been a priority of NABARD and also the government. Expanding and scaling up the network of micro clusters beyond this 23 microstate present, therefore very important. And technical MOU between TNA and MAP is critical, and an action plan to roll out new technologies of TNA in this incubation platform needs to be discussed. I think this is not only important but also necessary, and I request the Kumar Sir to visit. While MAP is equipped with good infrastructure in terms of office space, there is also a need to accelerate the works on other infrastructures like labs, technopark, eventually facilitate the real innovation. This may have to be prioritized. Common facilities and services like branding, packing, processing, and marketing, they need to be provided to give visibility to education and sustainable jobs. HR strength needs to be urgently augmented, as only technically strong teams can accelerate the activities in the remaining team. Here, I just want to give a very good news to this entire community. I would now like to speak about something that will be of all. Yes. The catalytic capital support recently launched in Mara. Many of you may be unaware. The biggest challenge that startups in India face is the lack of money, both debt and equity. Over the last 2 years, angel investors have emerged as developers, but they are too few in numbers and they concentrate most on technology. Funding entrepreneurs becomes complex as most investors perceive investment in startups as high risk. While a few startups have managed to get bootstrapped, a few of them have also managed to do a crowdfunding, which takes their operations for a couple of months. But in a majority of cases, the absence of risk funding has rendered a startup highly vulnerable. To support these agri startups who are in category of debt, again I am doing this called category of debt, the startups, entire incubation, and which have potential for further development, NABARD has introduced a new fund called Catalytic Capital Fund. The object of the scheme is to support startups in both farm and non-farm sector, both incubators and subsidiaries of NABARD, so as to stimulate commercialization of ideas, innovations that lead to wealth creation, increase employment, and increase income generating activities in rural areas. The grant assistance is capped at a maximum of 10 crore for each agri business incubation center. 10 crore for each agri business incubation center, and each of the incubating whose idea is very good, they can go up to 1 crore each. So now, it's up to you. There should be a rush, there should be a race, and somebody should put the technology so that they can do this. And this is the one which we can do the delivery, we can do the lecture there, we can do it. We are happy to announce that we are going on this fund and suggest that may inspire to get this money and to judiciously translate good ideas to commercially viable business model. I strongly believe that with the launch of this new product, the last of the gaps or the voids in the incubation chain have been filled. Let me come to the concluding part of my address, as I already taken quite a lot of the time. Although the Indian GDP has contracted by 23% during this quarter, the agriculture sector has shown excellent growth and resilience during this pandemic. The pandemic, however, has also exposed certain vulnerabilities in the form of disruptions in the various states of agricultural supply chain. These disruptions, in my own opinion, offer immense opportunities. When we were all there in the lockdown and interned in our houses for a period of months, the FPOs, both ruled by marriage or maybe even at other geographies also, they are the ones who stood up to the time. They supplied groceries, fruits, vegetables and everything to the residents of the organizations. And they made not only quite a lot of money, they rendered human service. So now, some of the concepts propelled by NABARD, like FPOs, have come of the age, and that is why the government of India has come up with a scheme of promoting 10,000 farmers to business organizations. So there is a lot into the production and productivity that we need to higher levels of income for our farmers. And Atmanirbhar Kisan, that is the Kisan through the regime, is an absolute necessity to ensure that we become an Atmanirbhar Bharat. Now that is the slogan. Every day morning, when I just wake up, the only thing that resonates in my ears is how this Atmanirbhar Bharat can be. Every day I can. So now, this Atmanirbhar Bharat can happen only with Atmanirbhar Kisan, Atmanirbhar Mahila, Atmanirbhar Gaon. So now that is the way we all have to strive. And I wish that who are sitting here and listening to my discourse are going to implement. In the narrative, Madurai Agri Business Incubation Fund, தமிழ்நாட்டில் விவசாயம் கிராமங்களும் வளர்ச்சி வேற மதுரை மீனாட்சி அருள்புரிய பிரார்த்திக்கு அனைவருக்கும்
Thank you, sir. Sir has covered there is some research, extension and farmers, there is a missing link, and how startups and apps can help in doing it. He has highlighted the non-negligible important in the food, especially agriculture industry, and he has spoken about the achievements, and he spoke about the capital fund, and then he also put forward the vision of the Atmanirbhar Bharat to Atmanirbhar Kisan. Thank you, sir, for delivering the presidential address. I now request Director Agri sir to deliver the vote of thanks.
Respected Vice Chancellor, Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, Chief Guest of the day, Honorable Chairman, NABARD, Dr. Chintala sir, distinguished guest on the dais, Shri Sridhar Vembu, Shri Srinivasan sir, Dr. K.P. Ramaswamy, our beloved senior alumni of this campus, CGM, Mr. Silva sir, Dr. Paul Pandi, my colleague, university officers, distinguished guests in the audience, ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon to every one of you. I am happy to be here to present the vote of thanks. At the outset, on behalf of the university, we are immensely thankful to our honorable chief guest for having highlighted the challenges that we face, the ways where we have to improve, and also opportunities ahead of NABARD, and also showering his appreciation for the progress that we have made in the short period of time. Thank you, sir. We assure you that we will live up to your expectations. Next, I would like to thank our Vice Chancellor, though this project was started in 2017, and once Vice Chancellor took over in 2018, he has put keen interest on this, and he has expedited the construction and other activities, and he has been supportive of all our problems that we have put forth before him. He has given us free hand to progress, and we have this has helped Sivakumar and his team to move ahead with guidance from the dean also. So I take this opportunity to thank our Vice Chancellor for giving us continuous support for not only this incubation forum, the other 6 incubation forums across Tamil Nadu. And today we have amidst us 3 Dians in the respective fields who have shared their experience and also given us a lot of guidance as to how we should go further. I thank each one of the special guests that we have today for all your support. We will continuously look to your guidance, and we are looking for your support to take this project further. We are greatly indebted to NABARD and the team of officers. We have today Mr. Selvaraj with us, as rightly pointed out by the chairman and other speakers. Madam Sushila Chintana, who has been a driving force in this progress. It is not an exaggeration because she will be constantly in touch with the NABARD officials every week to see what is going on, what problems they face, how to sort it out and then move. So we are really thankful to Madam and also other officials of NABARD, Mr. Jinna, Mr. Ramanur Bhavanathan, Mr. Saranavel, Mr. Uday Bhaskar, who have all our CEMs, respected people who have counseled us in all our activities, and they helped us to move ahead in the program. And I also take this opportunity to thank the former directors of agricultural development, Dr. Murugesan and Dr. Mahendran, who have worked in this rapid progress and contributed a lot. And I would fail my duty if I do not thank Dr. Paul Pandi, who is the local manager, who takes care of all these activities here and who has been encouraging the entire management team for progressing very well. I take this opportunity also to thank each and every one of you present here for patiently listening to our work done by NABIC and its team, and also we hope that you will all support us in future activities for our growth and also service to the farming community. I thank every one of you present here, the press people, farmer producer companies, faculty members, university officers, distinguished industrialists, farmers, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. With this, we will conclude our inaugural ceremony. The 5 minutes break, we will start a national conclave or national digital conclave on startups. I request the audience to remain seated. We have a few changes in the dais. Thank you, sir. ப்ரோக்ராம் இங்கே இருக்குது, இன்னும் ஒரு 3/4 மணி நேரம் இருக்குது. நீங்கள் அது இருந்து ரிஸ்க் பண்ணணும். இது வந்து இனாகிரேஷன் முடிஞ்சது. இது ஒரு நேஷனல் கான்க்ளேவ் ஆன்லைன் கோவிட் இருந்தாட்டி அந்த இது பண்ணல. அதனால் வந்து இது இதுக்கு ஃபுல்லாக வந்து பார்த்து போகிற மாதிரி இருக்குது.
அக்ரிகல்ச்சர்ன்ற மதுரையான் இருக்குதா? நம்ம ஆடிட்டோரியம் தான்டா. எங்கே இருக்க வந்துட்டியா? இப்போ நான் வரதுக்குள்ள அப்படியே மறுபடியும் ஊருக்கு ஓடிடு வந்து நான் கண்மாடி பட்டுறாதா? உனையெல்லாம் வாங்கக்கூடாதுன்னு இருக்கேன். ஐயோ
masters. We have to meet our requirements. We need to double our income through all these technologies, and through various FPOs, farmer producer organizations, are involved in taking up these startups, and we will try to promote them in a big way. Recently, Government of India has also announced about starting 10,000 FPOs. And we need to link them this type of through these startups and see that the productivity, the income levels go up, and all the institutions involved in this exercise should be working together and share our successful experience, so that the farmers are benefited, researchers are benefited, and everybody reaches the win-win situation. I take this opportunity to thank everybody for having given me an opportunity to open this topic. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving an inaugural address for this National Digital Conclave. I hereby request our chairman, sir, to deliver his presidential speech for this National Digital Conclave on Startups.
Good afternoon and welcome to this digital conclave on startups. I am extremely happy to be here in Madurai Agri Business Incubation Forum, which is doing a great work, and in the last 3 years it had done wonders. Esteemed Professor N. Kumar, Vice Chancellor of Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, Dr. S.D. Sivakumar, Director, Agri Business Development, TNAU, Madurai. Dr. V.K. Paul Pandi, Dean, Agricultural College and Research Institute, TNAU, Madurai. Shri R. Sundaram, Chairman, Bharatiya Management Development and also the Holistic Development Institute. Shri Sridhar Bembu, CEO, Joho. Shri K.P. Ramaswamy, Chairman, KPR Mills. Shri P. Sivakumar, CEO, MABIF. Teachers, students, representatives of electronic and print media, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls who are listening to this. Change is the only constant. Again, I am putting in inverted commas. Change is the only constant. This is the one which makes all of us to adapt to the changing climates. So, many of you may recall the serial Mahabharata. Every time when it starts, a wheel of time comes on the TV and it announces, my Samay. I am the time. I am witness to the change. I am the one who is propelling the movements in this world. And I am the one who knows the past, who knows the present, and who is going to witness the future. But at the same time, I am a mute witness. I don't say anything, but the people will make changes on their own. So that is why I say that change is the only constant to remain in the same place, the same business, and also here during these COVID times, everybody may be wondering as to what is happening to the country and what is happening to the world. The whole of the world has been crippled, and India is no exception. Everyone is fighting this unknown, unseen, uncontrollable virus for the time being, and we're all paying price. But at the same time, when I look into it, what Charles Dickens has told, the tale of two cities. Any time is a good time, any time is a bad time. So now, the way we interpret, the time will change. So now I feel, during this COVID time, we are making some kind of a path-breaking innovations, which have not happened in the past 20, 30 years. As I say that necessity is the mother of invention. When all of us are forced to the wall, we try to experiment, we try to revolt, we try to do the things which we have not done in the previous incarnation. And that is where, whenever we are in shutting. Competitors like China and other countries. That is the organization. And that is where that resilience is going to come. So now when I am looking at several reports, can we make India Atmanirbhar? Can we make India resilient? Can we make India self-sufficient in every kind of a product which we are using? And that is where, if you look into this entire Atmanirbhar package, and the way the government of India, along with institutions like NABARD, Reserve Bank, and everyone sitting there around to create such kind of resilient economy, to create such kind of a strong foundations for the next maybe hundreds of years, and also recapture as to what we have lost in the last few thousand years. So that is where I say that Atmanirbhar Bharat is the one. Every day the interpretation is different. The way we see that, take Bhagavad Gita and read the same sloka. Every day your interpretation understanding. So that is how I feel that now we are working on something. So here I say that why this Atmanirbhar Bharat is being interpreted, I recall Swami Vivekananda's slogan, Uttishtata, Jagrata, Prapya, Vara Nibodhata. That is, arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. So this is where this entire Atmanirbhar Bharat is. So this is the mantra that needs to be remembered by everyone, who may start small but wish to transform into a unique power. Our Honorable Prime Minister, Sri Narendra Modi ji, launched the Startup India campaign in 2016. He identified startups as an engine of growth and to transform youths from job seekers to job creators. At that time, he said, I quote, successful startups are usually created by those who are driven by the idea or an urge to solve a problem that people face. Money making is not the primary objective, but is often a byproduct. Unquote. I urge you to remember this and be driven by the sloka in Bhagavad Gita. Karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Don't expect the fruits, but go on doing the work. Then results will automatically come. This is more apt if you are working for social, agri, or rural startup. However, the journey is not easy for the startup. The startup ecosystem is rather new in India, and COVID-19 has emerged as a new challenge. They need numerous timely interventions in form of affordable supports like hand-holding, funding, market access, technology, etc. This is why NABARD felt that it is necessary to work on various facets of startup ecosystems, like Agri incubation centers, venture funds, catalytic growth capital funds, and to enable the transition of Agri startups as the next powerhouse of our economy. It is also heartening to know that the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, DPIIT, is working on two schemes, credit guarantee and seed funds, to support startups in the country. All of you would agree that India is still rural at heart. It is also undisputed that rural and agriculture go hand in hand. So while one may argue that gross value added, that is the GVA contribution of agriculture, is only 15%, the importance of the sector lies in sustaining more than 50% of the population. And for all those attending this conclave, Let me share an open secret. 68% of India still lives in rural India. Rural India is probably the largest uncatered market in the world. So, my dear friends who are listening to me today, this is a rare opportunity of being altruistic while reaping good dividends out of your interventions. The recent trends reveal that Indian agriculture has been resilient, which even during the time of pandemic is growing at 3.4%. Sector resilience will only increase with further supports in the form of technological interventions, infrastructural developments, and affordable credit. Here, I would like to bring in few of the developments that have taken place as to how Indians can reinvent, how Indians can develop technologies. Many of you in winters read every time there is a smog in Delhi. Delhi is breathless. Delhi is doing this. Delhi is suffering. And why this smog has come? The smog was not there before 2008. I used to stay in Chandigarh and I used to go very frequently to Delhi. Smog was not a phenomenon at all before 2008. But with a change of policy of the state governments of Haryana and Punjab, saying that the paddy crop should not be cultivated during the peak summer, and so the season should be shifted by 1.5 months. Otherwise, there was a heavy depletion of groundwater. Now that has pushed the paddy harvesting season to somewhere October end and November. And the winter crop of wheat has to be sown immediately without having any kind of a time. When that land preparation takes its own time, in case if you allow the paddy to rot and also decay, they may not be able to get the wheat crop. That's why farmers resorted to clearing of the fields by burning the hay. Now that has created in the past 1 decade a big ecological problem, medical problem, and also political problem. Now, over a period of time, many solutions are being worked out. Now today, if you look into it, some of the interventions or the innovations that have happened in this field. Now, ethanol can be produced out of paddy straw. Already there are big refineries are coming in Batinda and few other places where the paddy straw can be used. Likewise, paddy straw is not consumed by cattle in Punjab and Haryana, but there is a heavy demand for that in Rajasthan and other states. So now a new machines have come which will compress this paddy straw, make it into bundles so that it is very easy to transport, and the farmers are making extra money. And new implements and tools have been developed to facilitate this kind of innovations. So that is why this problem, which was acute 2 years back, now it is not that acute. And in the days to come, in the years to come, probably this problem may not exist at all, as farmers have seen benefit and they are making money out of ethanol and also the selling the fodder. Likewise, we have seen banana is a very big crop in the country, and the moment the banana bunch is harvested, the whole of the stem is wasted. But if you just go to Thailand, there is some exhibition in Bangkok where they show the shirts and the other clothes made out of banana fiber, which is as smooth and as good as the normal cotton cloth. So now that indicates there is a scope to improve our technologies to produce banana fiber, process it, treat it, and make it acceptable to the people. Likewise, banana stems can be used to do the sprouting of the seedlings. They can be used for so many things. And I had just seen some of the maybe a health tonics prepared out of this banana stem, which is discarded by this MABIF and also the Home Science College. So now imagine, sky is the limit. There is absolutely nothing called a waste. Entire waste can be made into a kind of a gold by converting into the products. Likewise, we are witnessing a ropeway. There was some kind of a WhatsApp movie which I used to see. Somebody from Tamil Nadu had sent a clipping saying that somebody was driving a motorbike, but behind him, the entire banana bunches were being transported on like a ropeway. So that is the indigenous technology. So now these are the things which we require right now. So If we have to reach the global standards of productivity, in some countries, already the tomato production is 600 to 800 tons per hectare, while Indian productivity is 40 tons to 50 tons per hectare. If that is the case, can we really produce more in the limited area so that some of the lands can be spared for some other crop which has got a commercial value? So that is where the innovations are required. However, I won't say that Indian agriculture is without its challenges. Each challenge should be viewed as an opportunity to innovate. We need to address these challenges which are pushing technically qualified youth away from agriculture. Issues like reduction in the size of the land holding, increased cost of production, and a lower return to the farmer are dissuading our Gen Next, that is the Generation Z, to take agriculture as a profession. This cannot be done by the government alone, and we as a society need to forge the ways to enable the growth of agriculture and the rural sector. We need to motivate rural youth to come back to agriculture. The rural youth need to be guided for the usage of new technology, make agriculture profitable, and reach new markets and grab new opportunities. Our Prime Minister, in his recent Man Ki Baat on radio, highlighted the need for encouraging local toy industries. But I would say it means a lot to agriculture. Why at all we should import such kind of a, like in agriculture, now the toys, Prime Minister spoke. But in case of agriculture, if you say that now, so many small tools and implements, pruners, scissors, or maybe any kind of equipment that are required for that horticulture operation, we are importing totally from China. I really fail to understand when we produce the world-class steel, which is going into the rackets and other industries, why can't we produce such kind of a tools which are required for our farming community? So that is the one which we have to look into it. And also, why do we download Chinese apps? Only after banning the Chinese apps, we came to know India also can develop the similar apps at almost the same price and in the same Play Store. So now it is very easy for us to develop. So that is where I say that Atmanirbharta comes. Now, till now, it is like in Ramayana, Jambavant was asking, who will fly to Lanka? Everybody was looking at each other's face. Jambavant went and told Hanuman, you can do. Hanuman was disbelieving. Then there was a curse to Hanuman saying that unless somebody reminds him that he can fly, he cannot fly. So Jambavant has done, and Hanuman flew, and the rest is the story of Ramayana. The same thing will happen to that Indian agriculture and the startups. Unless we tell people as to really how the things have to be done, people will not be able to do it. So that is where necessity is the mother of invention, and today that necessary time has come, and we are doing it. Taking this further, I would like to remind the audience that the core of gigantic leap of the Chinese economy lies in encouraging the concept of industries in their backyard. India is also known for many village industries. However, these industries in India are still languishing. We have attempted to bring them together in the form of off-farm producers organizations, OFPOs, to bring scalability. But these OFPOs, which are right now producing handlooms, garments, handmade toys, handmade accessories, continue to struggle to reach the mass market. While the whole of India is gaga for retail buyers, no one is thinking about these retail suppliers, either in the form of groups or alone. I urge young entrepreneurs to find economic solutions for this challenge. This will go a long way in alleviating poverty and indebtedness in rural areas. The rural population is still engaged in agriculture as a primary or secondary source of income and subsistence. Intensifying demand for innovation in agriculture has put up load on the public extension system to perform beyond its designated role of disseminating information and technologies. Consequently, government has not only decided to create 10,000 farmer producers organizations, but has also opened the agri market for private players with landmark reforms. The ordinances are going to be the bills, and already they have been introduced in the parliament day before. This is a huge opportunity to organize user, producer groups, linking farmers to markets, engage them in research, planning, and technology selection, and enable changes in our policies so that the farmers will get the benefit. If these FPOs are considered as startups, one would realize that they do not have a valley of death. What they need to do is a simple but continued hand-holding, market linkages, and risk diversification. The advantage with this model is a fine blend of youth, entrepreneurship, technology, digitization, big data analysis for better input and output management. So networking, connecting the producer and consumer, and also ease of transactions and giving feedback will be at the fingertips if you do the big data analysis. I foresee that if proper financial and technology support systems are developed and strengthened, I believe that a new revolution is emerging in this direction. I am a firm believer that sky is the limit, and startup, and especially agri startups, is one ecosystem that is built on this. Look into any aspect of agriculture, and you would find avenues to innovate and even scale up. When we talk about startup, the first thought that comes to our mind is data. Now, agriculture is the biggest data point, and it is the richest big way. Unimaginable a few months back, WhatsApp groups became a direct channel of sales between farmers, FPOs, and consumers. Agriculture, which mostly is witness to cash transactions, is slowly going digital, with large farmers, dealers, and distributors adopting tech-enabled payment systems. The reduction of intermediaries have come substantially, and the lockdown also had paved the way to do the digital transactions. And here, again, I would like to say, NABARD, through its Financial Inclusion Fund, is creating the acceptance infrastructure for digital payments at the ground level. If you see POS machines in villages, in Kirana shops, or maybe some other places, most of them are donated by NABARD out of this Financial Inclusion Fund. India's agriculture sector is witnessing a paradigm shift catalyzed by digitization and rural smartphone penetration. Agri-tech as an asset class has become more acceptable for more investors. There has been a lot of interest in agri-tech from corporates, from private equity, and other investors, as I advise and understand the young entrepreneurs to move in this direction. Further, another opportunity that is waiting for digitization is in the area of horticulture, dairy, poultry, aquaculture, food processing, farm mechanization, etc., to develop platforms for automation, including farm robotics taking over labor-intensive tasks and reducing drudgery. The country's agricultural workforce in the future will be smaller. Many may not be able to take the agricultural drudgery. Younger and more gender diverse, and will move towards higher productivity jobs. The rural non-farm economy simultaneously will become actively digitized, stimulating a mass entrepreneurship movement around agricultural technologies. There is a tremendous opportunity for the emergence and growth of more and better startups. I affirm that NABARD will be actively participating in this digital transformation. Being an apex level development bank of the nation for agriculture and rural development, I would now like to hear from you on your expectations and support for startups, especially with regard to your credit requirements. This feedback will help us in improving our policies and give advisory services to Government of India and other institutions. I would like to conclude my address with an appeal to all the bright young minds and startups assembled here and logged on to the internet and Facebook, etc., today to provide agri-tech solution to the farming community. We need to gather all confidence and strength, especially after this COVID pandemic. From my side, I believe supporting incubation centers across all regions will usher in a new era for development of a vibrant and strong startup network, reaching out to the length and breadth of this vast country. The gains are expected to strongly benefit the farmers in terms of higher income and will be true support to the clarion call of our Honorable Prime Minister for Atmanirbhar Bharat and take our country on the road of self-dependence and rural prosperity. This is why every day this Atmanirbhar Bharat resonates in my ear, and I try to interpret this meaning every day. And I thank all of you who are listening to me both physically and also digitally for giving a patient hearing. And I wish everyone to do their better work to make this India as a growth engine with regard to the startups. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Sir has covered in a variety of opportunities and challenges what startups are facing and how NABARD is proposing to support and other things. Thank you, sir, for providing an address on this occasion. Now I request Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, to give his remarks on this conclave.
Thank you to all. In fact, Honorable Chairman NABARD has covered all aspects of agriculture, including the startup and other things, and for his nice talk on all aspects. In fact, we should also appreciate the NABARD for giving a new grant, the 10 crores as well as 1 crore for the people who are going to venture in agriculture. So in fact, TNAU, in our, if you see our ASR, we give what is our mandate of the university. We are given 3: agriculture education, agriculture research, and agriculture extension. But in the last 3 or 4 years, we have been including 2 more agenda. 4th one is the agri business. And that's the reason why we have established 7 agri business development center all over Tamil Nadu, catering to the different regions. And also the 5th one is the lifelong learning. That is the policy now people are emphasizing in the NEP, National Education Policy. We call it as Directorate of Open and Distance Learning, wherein it is not for getting some degree or something else, to get expertise in particular field. If a person who is doing apiculture, secondary agriculture, or mushroom, what are all the new technologies available in TNAU? So we teach through online or paper mode. Then every month we give some practical training during Saturdays, Sundays. This unique venture has attracted many. In fact, we have trained more than about 5,000 youngsters in this kind of ventures. So what I am telling is, now people are coming forward, this kind of ventures, and to take up that, NABARD has given away a very good opening. Young people should critically go through it and use it in the days. And if you see the challenges, say as on today, we are very comfortable with our productions of grains and vegetables or fruits. Nearly 300 million tons India is having, and fruits even surpassed horticulture crops as a whole. If you take it, has surpassed the grain production, nearly 330 to 345 million tons. But with the increasing population, other things, it is projected that within another 10 years, we need to increase the area, we can increase the production by another 50 million tons, particularly for the grains. So, area is coming down, the vagaries of weather is playing its own role, and also labor shortage is a big problem. But even during this COVID time, I have recently read one statistical data wherein all the sectors were affected by COVID to a tune of 50 to 70%, agriculture only 5%. That shows our farmers are resilient. Any kind of stress, biotic or abiotic stress or COVID, they are doing their duty. So definitely our country will flourish if we give a good support. So what is lacking is they are not getting the remunerative price, for which value addition, all those post-harvest support, if we give, definitely we can give very good income to the farmers. That's what we expect under the Prime Minister's ambition of developing and giving, trying to give double the yield, double the income by 2022 or 2023, like this. See, whether we are very, are we standing first in many crops? If you analyze, coconut, we are the leaders, particularly Tamil Nadu, in terms of productivity. Morning also our chairman was asking whether Tamil Nadu is leading in productivity. Similarly, if you take banana, the world highest productivity is recorded in Theni, nearly 110 tons per hectare. And cashew, we are the leaders. Similarly, amla or nellikai, we are the leaders. So likewise, we can go on telling that through technologies and good development taking place in Tamil Nadu, we are marching forward in many crops. So in these situations, if youngsters have come forward to start, to have many startups based on agriculture, definitely a lot of value additions and other things will be there. So in this context, I am very happy to present myself for the Natural Digital Conclave startup. Actually, with the support of Ministry of Agriculture and Family Welfare, last year we have invited some applications for the Agri-Business Incubation Program. On startup on Agri-Business Incubation Program, we shortly called SAP, as well as for Agri-Partners Orientation Program, AOP, in which we give training for 3 months and get their idea, and we shortlist it with the help of Manage, and I think we are able to support about 14 people, 8 under SAP and 6 under and we have released the first installment of nearly 131 crores last month. So this kind of support is now available, and the support now announced by our chairman also will give further boost of this kind of technology, this kind of startups. And also even for the students, we are encouraging to come under the entrepreneur level. Otherwise, what they think is, so they have to get the degree and go. That was the idea previously they have. Now many students are coming forward towards agribusiness, and to encourage them, we have organized this Agripreneur Ideathon Challenge in 2009, wherein innovation and entrepreneurship culture among the young students of TNAU were installed, and we conducted for 2 days, and it was conducted in regional wise, Kudubiamalai College, Metupalayam College, and ACNR Madurai, and wherein nearly about around 5 teams were shortlisted and invited for their final level, which was scheduled to be conducted very shortly at Coimbatore. What I am telling is, this kind of activity, when we encourage, they are going to be the future agri-based entrepreneurs. If many agri-based entrepreneurs are coming forward, our country will flourish like anything, for which I am very thankful to the NABARD, which is giving kind of seed money, other things to boost up the growth of agriculture. Thank you for the opportunity given.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for providing your remarks on this. Vice Chancellor, Andhra University is also online viewing this event, sir. He's also online. Now I request Sridhar Vembu, sir, to deliver his remarks on this conclave.
Thank you again for the assembled dignitaries and the audience online. I want to talk about the startups in the rural level. That is my passion now. And I first want to tell you about how we view the startup issue. Today, most of the value addition in any kind of work is in the design and the research and development of it. Then the final production requires some kind of a factory setting for anything. But the critical part of the work can be done from anywhere now. The ideas, the design, research and development, that is true for agricultural work too. You need small spaces to prototype ideas, and then you will scale up on farm level. And this is true for software, of course, but architecture, most of the architects are mostly working on the computer now. And this is true for majority of industries where the actual research and development, design, all of that can happen from anywhere. I am actually running a company, about 9,000 people from a village now. And for about 4 months, I only had a geo connection. Now I have a fiber optic connection, BSNL, so I have good bandwidth. Before that, it was a little bit occasionally hiccups, but now after the fiber optic connection arrived, it's even better. And this actually, I'm now going to set up about a 20 people team in that village with people coming from a 10-kilometer radius. People who live and commute from the 5-10 kilometer radius. And given our new road scheme, the rural roads have gotten better actually. Even in this village, I've noticed the last about 3-4 years, the roads are now much better. And there is now a fiber optic connection to villages that's coming, both at the state level and the central government level. Now there are schemes. The Prime Minister has announced that within a year or two, though, all the villages will be connected by fiber optics. I'm really looking forward to it because all our rural initiatives depend on that connection. And we actually strongly believe that your startup can be in a rural area, and the benefits are enormous. The most important benefit for a startup is the very low cost of living and the cost of experimentation. Meaning, a startup is like a scientific experiment. You try 4 things, one of them might work. In fact, right in this building I was walking by, I took a picture of it, that a quote from Mr. Soichiro Honda, the founder of Honda Motor. It said that the success is the 1% you see after the 99% of failures you don't see, actually. And that is very true. I have observed this in Zoho, that the products that succeed, what you see, there's a lot of failure and experimentation going on inside. And we have to embrace that culture, and for that, low cost of experiments are useful. And a village gives you low cost of experiment. I met an entrepreneur, actually, 4 days ago. He lives in a small village near Coimbatore. And he and his wife run a small software company there. He used to work in multinational companies in Bangalore and Chennai, and he moved back to his village. He's been there about 6 or 7 years. He told me, my minimum burn rate, he put it this way, is 10,000 rupees a month. If I have 10,000 rupees a month, I can live well in my village. And so my only question is, can I make more than 10,000? Then I am in business already. And he, of course, makes definitely much more than 10,000. So he told me that is what enabled him to survive in business early on. That's very important for startups. Because one of the things that startups that you want to realize is how not to die. One of the leading cause of startup failure is you run out of money before your objectives are met, before you can take off. It's sort of like a plane running out of a runway before it takes off. That's what happens in startups. So, and this having a very low cost of living gives you a long runway. And that is why I recommend, and that's very important for us, and that is why a lot of these rural experiments matter. The second, of course, is when we pay a salary to an employee, where does it go? We look at it. There in Chennai, a lot of it is going to rent. It's not going into their pocket, it's going to the rent or mortgage, right? EMI. While in a village, they may already own the home. So they outright own the home, so the cost of living is lower. So their savings accumulate and they are happier because they pay off their debts and they have some savings. So we actually have happier people in a village than in a city because simply the lot of the income is not going to rent, actually. And I advise entrepreneurs, this is something I give this speech in Bangalore, because I tell them, I mean, you look at how much of your money you are spending, whether in salaries or whatever, or your own office, is going simply towards rent. The cost of land here is what, 6 crores per ground, while in a village it might be 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs per acre. So you see the disparity. I mean, you have a huge disparity, and so you are simply just paying for that in your startup. And is it worth it? Do you need this to do your work? I tell them. Do you need to be there in that place? For example, I'm not right now in San Francisco, and I'm running the company. In the last 1 year, the company has done just fine. Whether I was there in the San Francisco Bay Area, most expensive area in the world, or in my village, which is one of the lowest expensive area in the world, I'm doing the same work, actually. So this is very important, and this is important for rural revival. It's important for creating other jobs, because my income now is going to support the local village in many ways. I employ people for a variety of things now, and I create other jobs, start training programs, all of that. So my own income is now going into the village right now, rather than going for expensive real estate in the city. So these are the ideas that I think we can spark a revolution. What is critical is, of course, what our government is already focused on. I'm glad to see it. Roads, fiber optic connection, basic infrastructure, which is actually cheap. I calculated that to provide a good sanitation network in our village may not be much more than 5,000 rupees per house. It's not that expensive. So these are the kinds of projects I think we can enable now. This will attract talent back into villages. My goal is not just to keep people in the village, but attract currently urban talent back into the village. That people who have left the villages, I want them to come back, like I have come back. So this is my mission, and we definitely can do this. And those of you who want to start things, think about a village now. With that, I will conclude my remarks. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I request participants, if any questions are there for any of the dignitaries, to answer.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Raj.
Agri is also incubated with Royal Agricultural University, United Kingdom, run by the Royal Family of United Kingdom. They have an incubation center called Farm 491. We are also part of it. And we were all awestruck with the facilities which we saw there. And we were wondering, both Rajiv and myself wondering, why don't we get similar kind of facility in India? But what we saw today with NABARD support and PNAU support in Madurai, we have the incubation center. I should say it is at par with any world-class incubation center. I should really register this in this live form. And we are so proud to be part of NABARD and NABI and PNAU. As a startup, we are presently working with a lot of farmer producer companies and farmers directly. And we digitize them and we take the create market linkages for them, not only in India but also in overseas. Last month, we worked with 5 of the FPCs promoted and supported by Agri. We sent 3 containers of their products to United Kingdom and France.
So we were able to do it, but there were some practical challenges. One with respect to logistics. For example, we sent almost 25 tons of products. We got it from 5 FPCs and we have to get it from different locations and all comes in smaller quantities. So we need to aggregate it, take it to Chennai, take it to CLF facility for all the testing and all. If any support is given for us at the port level to aggregate the materials of farmer producer companies and stock it there and test it there with the support of NABARD as well as TNAU, we could send it, then it would ease the process. We can also create better value to the farmers. This is one of the submission possible we like to do it. And we have created 24,000 square feet storage place in Theni, a place called Odugubeti, which is one of the largest garlic market in India. And along with Mavif, we are planning to create a garlic cluster there. And we would like to seek any kind of support that will help us to successfully implement that. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. First of all, we are happy to hear the news about this catalytic capital fund. And I'm actually Parvez Alam. I'm the CEO of Crescent Incubation Council. We are another similar incubation center like Mavic. We are closely work with Mavic, we run some events together. So we are basically near Chennai. We also have an agriculture farm next year. So what we would like to know is how we can part of this catalytic capital fund. And we are also planning to set up a small center of excellence for running a short-term course, skill development, and so on for the nearby farmers. So how we can jointly work with TNAU as well as MABIF and produce and be part of this CCF. We would like to thank you.
Capital Catalytic Fund. See, as regards the question to this capital catalytic fund is concerned, NABARD has a policy which was announced by the chairman, but it has to be again through the MAVIF or, as he said, our subsidiaries, and that is the upper limit, for which there will be a selection committee. We are going to have a committee that is our head office level, and they will select all the proposals which will be received through these MAVIF centers or other incubation centers in the other parts of the country, and that will be selected. I will only like to stress here one more point. The demand for credit is huge, and of course NABARD alone cannot meet all the requirements of credit of all the incubators or all the startups in the entire country. Definitely there are so many other agencies playing in this area, but we can only say that NABARD will also be a player in this, and we will also support the good proposals which are financially, technically already proven, and so far through the recommendation of the incubation centers, and finally by selection of the committee which will be set up at the national level. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Any other questions, please?
My name is Mannar Mannan. I am an incubator of MABIF. I am into hydroponics for Ayurvedic herbs. I mean, this initiative is to grow only the root part of the Ayurvedic plants, because today it is done in a very unsustainable way. It's mostly through wild collection from the forest. So roots are used in Ayurveda, then it doesn't grow again. So this initiative is about growing the roots using hydroponics. This is more of a clarification and a request than a question. So one challenge that all the rural startups face is the manufacturing facility. Especially when the size is very small, we face a problem of manufacturing. Till the time the business becomes sustainable, it is difficult to invest on a facility. So that way the CFC, the Common Facility Center, which is coming up at MABIF, will be really, really very, very helpful. There is one problem associated with this, that is manufacturing license of the CFC. Most probably we will be having a FSSA license here, so that anybody who manufactures food products at the facility definitely will have that advantage of FSSA taken by the MABIF. But if you look at the normal rural industries with the KVAC support or kind of similar products, those products come under the cosmetic license. Actually, cosmetic license is not taken by small industries at all because it's a little complicated process. And people misunderstand the KVAC registration as a license. But statutorily, it is a mistake. I mean, we see a lot of products in the market selling like the shampoo, soap, and other things sold with a KVAC registration, which is actually not a license. So my request, I mean, taking a cosmetic license is a little challenging because it requires a good amount of investment and space also. So my request is, apart from the CFC FSSA license for the MABIF, if a separate license can be taken for a cosmetic based products, that will really, really help. In fact, the FSSA license is very easy. Even if I do a 1 lakh per month turnover, I can take a FSSA license and run it. It's not a very challenging thing. But if I want to take a cosmetic license, for each of the product, I have to have separate rooms. The requirements are much bigger than normal small investor cannot do. Even if he's taking a loan, putting it, he's not sure whether the business will be sustainable or not. So if that can be done at MABIF, that will be a really, really very, very big, great help to the rural industries in and around Madurai, who are now dependent on the KVC registration, which is actually not the right thing to do. Thank you very much.
Hi, this is Bala, co-founder of Dermite. It is similarly aligned to what Manar has been speaking. It is in terms of, say, ours is a nano-herbal extract product which we have placed it in your dais for drinking as well. So there is a huge opportunity for us to tap on this Ayurvedic sentiment all over the globe. And we have been seeing from people that they are much interested. But on this terms of licensing as well, each and every product has own licensing thing. So ours is an FSSA one right now. But whereas we wanted to take it to another part of the country that requires some kind of licensing which is approved by those governments. Might be it is an FTA approval or it might be something else to the European Union. So I would like to understand how MABIF can help a small startup which requires so much of certification process, like toxicity studies related to these kind of functional foods, which will be very helpful for a small startup because the cost and the timeline which requires to do that is going to be very hectic. So if someone, some kind of a mentor or might be MABIF time, take up that, help us do it, there is a huge scope for us to reach out globally. Thank you.
So we are addressing that issues. I will explain you in the detail when you come back to our office.
Good afternoon. I am Dr. K. Subramanian, Director of Research and NABARD Chair, Professor. Just information to the address to the query of one of the incubating. TNAU is one of the leaders in nanotechnology. And in fact, the Government of India recognized TNAU as a lead center as a referral center for nano products. And I am one of the core committee members deciding the regulatory framework for the country, either cosmetics or nano products. On any agro nano products, we are doing that. And I am very thankful to the NABARD chairman for listening to us. And we are also promoting various nano products through the department as well as the university. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Last question, anyone?
I am representing Kottambatti Coconut Farmer Producer Company, supported by NABARD. As our Vice Chancellor told, we are the leaders in productivity in coconut. What we need the support from NABARD and other this kind of MAB. We are unable to compete with the business people. Per day, not less than 15 Taras lorry of coconut is going to Bombay alone. But we are unable to get a shop, are unable to compete with the market people, that is business people. We need a selling center at Bombay. Like that, we are in need of groundnut seed from Gujarat. Gujarat seed is mostly purchased by our groundnut farmers. So what we need a help from NABARD is, there also farmer producer companies are there. Here also we are having that companies. Pandamatrumurai in old ages, we are giving coconut to that companies. We can get groundnut seed and other thing from there. For example, apple we cannot cultivate here. Groundnut they cannot cultivate there. So such a kind of interchanging of our producers may help a lot to develop our farmer produce companies, just for your consideration. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request Dr. S.D. Sivakumar sir to conclude the conclave.
Good morning to dignitaries on the dais. We have had a very lengthy session and it has generated a lot of queries. Those who have some more queries, you can send it by email to MABIF and he would be able to process it. Just to summarize, the chairman today started off with the emphasis on change, and he also touched upon the Atmanirbhar Bharat and the untapped potential we have in the rural India, which we would be able to utilize. So then also the best use of byproducts where technology can provide solutions for some of the areas where it is causing pollutions. He also touched upon the opportunities for FPOs, formation of FPOs, 10,000 FPOs to be formed, and the necessity for market linkage, which has been rightly raised up by our FPO from Kottambatti. So these linkages activities would be taken up by MABIF on a large scale, especially for the case of FPOs. And Vice Chancellor TNAU highlighted the efforts taken by TNAU for motivating students to establish startups. So what kind of facilities and programs are being run. So we will be able to do it, and we have our colleague from one of these incubation centers requesting role of TNAU. You can write to us, maybe we will be able to sort it out for you. Then some more queries have been raised. Our expert, Sridhar Vembu, also explained the process. He emphasized on the design and investment and look at the range of opportunities that are available for startups. So these experience-based information that has been shared by our experts, I hope it is very useful to all our members of the audience, and I hope they would make very good use of it and also be in touch with us for any further help in strengthening the startups. Thank you one and all for your patient listening. And before I wind up, I thank all the experts on the dais for sharing their experience with us. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, sir. Hello. The lunch has been arranged near the guest house. I request all the participants to go and have the lunch and